Shut up and sit down.
Don't know why that came up there on the end of that
Colin,
screen.
stop fettling. Stop fettling.
I know, I'm bad, and I'm bad.
Even when I can't see him, I can hear him.
I was fettling with me fidget spinner, honest, Gov.
Yeah.
Yes, folks, I've been fettling again. I set out to start this build tonight, and as you can see, there are some bits that I might have already sanded.
That's in like the 3 minutes before I entered this hangout.
And then I may have... Yeah.
At one point, he's there and he's fiddling with it. I'm fettling again, and he put the knife down, and then instantly picked up a sander and started. I said, "You're still fettling."
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to a fun-filled Friday frolic with me, Festa 67's workshop, and him, the guru. There, I need to redo your name tag because we've been playing with slobs this week because there's been issues in the background, so I'm redoing everything again. So yes, folks. Bit of pimpage first. If you'd like to help me keep this channel alive and the content coming, you can support it on patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below any of my videos, become a channel member, or you can click the $ just below the chat and do a super chat. All goes in a big pot, helps keep this coming. Membership and patronage gets you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. But also it gives you access, if you've got a webcam and a mic, for the Festa and Friends at the Bench streams as well, folks. So there are little perks. Also, this is open to Fox's patrons over at patreon.com/modelmakingguru, or you can click the join button on his channel and become a member there. Also, the most important thing is the folks in the chat there are in. We've got Island Boy Bob saying, "Evening, how you doing?"
Hello, Island Boy Bob.
Above all of that, you've got a load of links that I've put in. I will be putting them in every show going forward. That is just the affiliate links that are in there, and also in the description. It all saves you money, but it also helps me out with a little kickback. You don't pay any more, but I get a little kickback as a recommendation. So it just helps me out.
Helps keep the channel alive.
We got the lovely Marcy in, giving me hugs. Hello, Marcy, how you doing? She says, "I'll be back if you're still here at break time." We'll still be here. I've issued my hugs to Muse because I'm scared of her.
Does she mean our break time or her break time?
Absolutely. So I've issued my hugs to Muse because I am petrified of her.
Yep.
Rita's in, says, "Evening all." Blimey, he said, "That's a lot of pimpage, Cole. I thought I was going to be seeing something about SO points. Just 20,000 more for that, for the crappy whiskey tumbler." Yeah, on mine you get that teapot with a jar of plum jam in it, mate. But yeah.
You know what you get on mine? You get a plastic disposable teapot from Pontin circa 1986.
Absolutely, and a 1985 can of Coke. And I basically said, to laugh out loud, "I need the revenue. Besides, it saves you money. It's a win-win." Exactly. I mean, we both have affiliates, and we like sharing the love with you guys. The more we can get, the more money you can save. So we are looking at getting more. So keep an eye out on the list, folks. He also says, "I don't mind saving money, and if it helps you out, all the better." His biggest problem, he's got a credit card which is clear, and his bonus comes in on Monday. A dangerous combination. Fordwell. That's all I'm saying there.
Do you know, I was sent a credit card once by Barclays, and I instantly chopped it up.
Yeah, mine made guitar plectrums.
Yeah, I thought, I'm weak, but I thought, no. The one thing I never want is a credit card. Chopped it up straight away. Yeah.
James is saying, "Evening, Colin, Fox, and all in chat. Festa hugs and Fox hugs." Hello, James. Fancy seeing you again.
James.
Stefan Last is in. "Good evening, Colin, Fox, and all in the chat." PJ's in, says, "Evening, Colin, Fox, Guff on that bloke over there, and everyone in the chat. Hello, the lurkers. Boo." Yeah, I always get lurkers, mate.
He does get 10 internet points for spelling Guthorm right.
Absolutely.
I think anybody else knows how to spell Guthorm's name.
And the Bobbin says members. He said members. Yes.
He did say, I was going to say the same thing. Members.
PJ says, "Get you some affiliates here." Yeah, free for £1. Kevin's in. "Evening, Colin and Fox." And he's saying, "Hi, James, Bob's and PJ." Don't forget, folks, belly and bench. What is in your belly? What is on your bench? What is your beverage of choice? And over to the guru. How are you, mate? How are you? How's mum? And what you been up to this week?
I am fine and dandulatory. All good here. Not doing too bad. I'm slowly breaking Mama Wolf into an early get-up time because she's got a COVID shot next week.
Yeah.
So she has to get out of bed at a normal human time, and she's like, "Ugh."
Oh, she's gonna so not like you, mate.
Oh yeah. You have to wheel her into the village in a little wheelchair. She'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to go outside." So we're all right. I've been this week. I've tried to get some stuff done, and today, finally, after weeks and weeks of trying, I actually got some camera time, some bench time, and was able to make a start on my GT40 part work. So,
nice one. That is a big door.
That's a big door. That is. It's not finished yet.
So she got a name. Is she called Diana? Diana Doors. Oh, they're going to get worse, folks. Come on.
What's the scores, George Doors?
Yeah, so we did.
So I got some of that done today. So I've got loads more to film. That'll be tomorrow's activities because I can just sit and get on with it. And tonight, Matthew, I shall be mostly building my Goth Rocker, which arrived a few weeks ago. Finally. Yeah,
you finally got yours. I'm well over the moon.
Yeah. I actually also received about a week later a couple of commissars.
Oh, nice one.
I'd actually completely forgotten I'd ordered like back in December because they were like pre-order for like one, back in print for a limited time. And I was like, I don't remember ordering them. Okay,
happy days. Well, I'm assembling a Grundstok gun hauler because I was having a move around earlier and a white box fell out and it jumped at me. And I thought, I'm going to build that as part of my buildy, getting stuff done ready for painting. So that's what I'm up to. I've also been doing a bit on my group build this evening. So I've done wheels and axles on my tow truck thing for the
time with that one, Colin. You got like a year left on that.
Absolutely. So I sat and just did a little bit on that. He says pretty much building the whole thing.
I know you should really just restrict that one to the Sunday show because you're going to finish it in a week.
That was what I was originally going to do, but I am so far behind. It's unbelievable. Then I've been doing me diorama stuff, me jacks, me toolboxes, me Land Rover tarp's gone on, and I've been detailing the bike. I haven't been able to do any painting this week because I started priming the bodywork on the Indianapolis pace car, and the condenser on my compressor went immediately bang, and when I examined the compressor, it's like a football. So I know one of them's on order. It should be here tomorrow, and then I can rewire the compressor up, fire it back up, and then I'll do some more painting.
It was a little bit pregnant, wasn't it, that compressor?
Yeah. Funko Freddy is in, says absolutely jiggered today, lads. I'll catch up tomorrow. I hope you have a great night, laters, men. No worries, Fred, mate. You take care, mate. Yeah, sorry, mate.
I know what the answer is going to be to this, but like when your capacitor went pop and it was all fat and lumpy.
Yes.
And you took a photograph and put it into the 24/7 Zoom Hangout.
Yes.
Did you also put it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram group?
Come on. I thought I'd done well doing that. Why would everyone want to know all over the place? Why would they... What?
You have to take you back to social media school and beat this into you.
What have I done wrong there?
You should tweet everything. It's the whole point.
Oh, right.
You have to appeal to the younger generation that want you to tweet every single thing that happens.
Yeah. I shall endeavour to do that once we go off air. I'll put that up for the users.
Especially amusing things like that behind the scenes.
I will film it as well because there are people out there probably with a similar compressor.
Oh, God, yeah.
If it happened to them, they would panic, go out and buy a new one when actually you can simply repair it.
Are you already building, by the way? You are, aren't you? You've already started, haven't you?
Well, yeah, because I thought whilst you was yattering, I'd be able to do something. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to sit and do it.
You were still going through the introductory bits.
I knew the minute you interrupted that the introductions had to stop. See what I did there.
Right, so Bobbin says, Belly Tuna Pasta Thing, Bench, Big MiG-25 and the Alien part work.
Oh, nice.
JC Bricks and Bill says, up shiny Bugatti Git PJ.
Yeah.
Model and Chaos, Scale Model and Chaos says, Belly, a massive midnight feast of pepperoni pizza, bacon sarnie with brown sauce and a beef and tomato pot noodle. All at the same time. 10 points. Bench, Revell, 172nd Patrol Torpedo Boat, beverage, orangeade with a dash of vodka.
Oh, nice.
Kevin Stevens says, belly, a pork chop and vegetable curry homemade. Then later in the evening was cheesy chips with a sweet chili sauce. Beverage has been a coffee. Bench, a day off after a busy day in the garden yesterday.
Happy days, mate.
Paul Di Tommaso is in, says, good day, people. For dinner, Dawn is having a gyro, or gyro, as some people call it.
Yeah.
I think it's actually hero, isn't it, if you're in Greek?
I've got no idea.
And Kiran and I are having panzerottis with pepperoni, green olives, and hot peppers in them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have enough trouble with English, mate. You know what I mean?
Paul Lewis says, Picard episode 10 finale. Wow, bloody hell, wow. No spoilers, but yes, it was.
Oh, really?
That whole last season has been fantastic. If they could have made that whole first and second season like the third season.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Paul says he's in a slump at the moment for modelling. What, you lost your mojo, mate?
I have to find something else to do till it comes back.
Yeah, because you've got a stash, so it can't
Now,
be
Colin,
that.
Do you think I can stretch this out for the whole evening?
2 secs, mate. Oh, just give up and pay attention. Yeah, you can stretch that out.
Good lad.
Yeah, because, you know, you are obligatory 2 dudes, man. That's
true.
You know, Duncan has his 2-fin coach. You have 2 dudes Fox. There you go. See what I did there?
That's true. But as an orc, though, I can be a bit more rough and ready.
Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah.
I've never made an electric guitar before.
Yeah, I built a few of them.
Yeah. Only a 4-string, though, so it must be a 5-string.
5-string bass, then.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more of a bass, isn't it?
5-string bass, yeah.
What's that? Is that the triangular one? Is it the Astro or something, or the Star something? Isn't it?
Flying V.
Triangular guitar. Flying V. That's the one.
Got one of them as well.
Something like that.
That was one of my most requested builds. A Flying V.
Flying V.
Well done, their dog wanted one of them.
I wonder if it's meant to be a bass or it's just a guitar, but they've only moulded 5 strings.
You get 5-string basses. Keith Richard famously takes his low E string off of his guitars. That's why he's got his distinctive tone. Oh no,
I wonder if he's meant to be a guitarist or a bass. I wonder if they've just made a guitar with 5 strings rather than actually specifically a bass. I don't know.
Yeah, it could just be them. But hey, you know, it's a guitar at the end of the day.
A couple of humbuckers going on there.
Happy days.
Happy days.
Happy days. You went quiet then. I thought you had dropped out. It was like, oh my God.
Oh, no, I was reading. I think I was reading.
You go careful, mate.
I don't want to read too many words.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this puppy made then, shall we? And then after 10 minutes, I'll go and make something else.
Yeah. Evening, Jeff. Have you got your quote?
Oh, crap sticks, no.
Yeah, come on. You're supposed to be
out for a minute.
Supposed to be prepared for this. I meant the quote. So I'll come back to him, mate.
No, honestly.
BJ saying hello to Jeff at Candygram for Mongo, our very own. Carl Sagan is in saying hi to Festa, Fox, Bob Muse, the Pauls, Kevin PJ, and everyone in the chat.
Okay, I have a quote here. Just happens to have appeared on my iPad. I don't know why.
That ironic.
It says, imagine a room awash in gasoline, and there are 2 implacable enemies in that room. One of them has 9,000 matches, the other has 7,000 matches. Each of them is concerned about who's ahead, who's stronger. Well, that's kind of the situation we're actually in. There.
Yeah. Nice one.
A bit of politics there, I guess, but it's Carl Sagan, so sharp. It's allowed.
No politics and religion.
But it's Carl Sagan, that's allowed.
Yeah. Paul says, I'll sit at the bench, he says, and I stare off into space. Nothing currently excites me at the moment. On Wednesday, I won a 30-second monogram MA M4A1 screaming Mimi tank kit. There you go, mate.
Yeah, nice that you won one. That's good.
You've won a thing, mate. Okay.
You get to that point where you just sit there and nothing's going on. Just do something. That's when I turn the Xbox on.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's like, well, I could sit and force it, but then I'm just making something I'm forcing, and it's just going to be absolute garbage.
We could turn around and go, why don't you switch off the television, go and do something less interesting? But you might not get that.
No, you won't get that. This is where you have to go off and design some kind of awesome footwear.
Yeah. Blocker boots.
Blocker boots. Yeah. They're on sale today.
Yeah, you've got to get blocker boots. Ordinary boots won't do.
I nearly bought your Blocker Boots t-shirt.
Yeah, you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't exist anymore.
So wanted Blocker Boots.
On tube.
Sad, isn't it? we need to get a life.
No, we don't. I'm more than happy being a weird person.
Yeah, like I said before, many times I tried being an adult once. It lasted for about 4 hours and I got bored with it, so vowed never to do it again.
I don't recommend adulting. It's exceptionally boring and involves tax returns and governments.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is boring.
No. Yeah. Be saying hello to everybody else.
So we Warhammer Saturday in tomorrow, I take it, mister?
Yeah, you know, when I was doing my stream earlier on today, and I said I might come back and do some more video gaming on Saturday. I completely forgot about Warhammer Sunday Saturday.
Yes,
I've not got into the habit of it yet.
He's a spud, isn't he, folks?
We'll be Warhammer Sunday Saturday tomorrow. Yeah. We might do a late night video game. See how it goes. But yes, we'll be Warhammer Sunday Saturday saying.
Yeah. What's the plan for tomorrow?
Get up, do a pooping.
Have a cup of coffee. Didn't take him long to get on the pooping, did it?
You didn't mean that far into detail.
I didn't. No. I might do a bit of the cromlech tomorrow. What's your plan? What are you building? Or should we do a bit of Lehman Russ? It's up to you. I don't mind.
You think you're up to painting tiny stuff right away, or?
Give it another week then.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Well, I've got this to build, which I'll finish tonight, and then I just pulled another random thing off the shelf. So I've got a Invicta tactical warsuit I can crack on with.
Yeah, and good recovery, by the way, for your
Yeah.
I'm impressed with that.
My brother got me this for my birthday, so...
PJ Berry, pork, loin steak, potatoes and other veg. Bench is closed for staff training. Dreamweaver's making my brain implode, absolutely. Beverage JD, very large, followed by later another equally large. Good for you, mate. Bobbins is finished reading a book, Project Al Mary, which was excellent, with an H. Not a bloke called Al Mary, but Al Mary. Paul D. Tommaso says, I'm going to play Raid Shadow Legends on the PC or Wolfenstein or Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the Xbox. Wolfenstein all day long then, mate.
Yeah, go for which one is it? Is it Wolfenstein The New Order or Wolfenstein The New Colossus? Yeah. Or is it Wolfenstein 3D? Or is it one of the really old ones? Which Wolfenstein is it? Because it needs to be Wolfenstein. Forget all the Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is rubbish. Nobody likes Assassin's. It's just garbage. And Raid Shadow Legends, I don't understand. That's just not MMORPG nonsense. Don't want to do that. MOBA nonsense. It's got to be Wolfenstein. So which one? We need to know.
Need to know all the things, because I need to know, because yes, I do have an Xbox.
Yes. I mean, ultimately, if it's a choice between PC and Xbox, then go for Xbox, because hello, comfy sofa and big telly.
There is that. Jeff Light is in. Hello, Cole, and everyone in chat. Hello, Jeff. Love to you and Maggie, mate. Hope you're both all right.
And big hugs to you, sir. I am currently reading. Are you reading anything at current, Colin? What are you like for books and reading and that?
At the moment, I was. Where is it? Brutal Cunning. I'm just starting that by Mike Brooks. Yeah. It was one that a certain guru got me. It's just on the side there. Book. So I'm going to have a little readykins on that. I've been obviously reading Tamiya magazines and things like that on the Kindle, but...
See, the advantage that Colin's got, he doesn't need to buy an audiobook of orc fiction, because he can just get the normal book and read it out loud to himself.
Yeah, or I can just do a sat-nav voice. You're supposed to turn right there, you spoon. Because in Fox's world, I am an orc.
You are what orcs sound like. I mean, listen to any orc audiobook, and it's...
Yeah.
They get a Cockney type to do it. Yeah, you know, man, you know, whoa, yeah.
I would love to do a full-blown sat-nav for Paul Stewart in the orc, you know.
Turn left, you muppet.
You're supposed to have turned there, you slay.
Slay. Boxes, yeah. I am reading at the moment. I'm reading with my ears. And I'm listening for about the 4th time. I'm having a listen through of Irving Finkel's The First Ghosts.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which is, what's it full title? Hang on, I'll tell you.
Irving and East Finkel.
Got it on my iPad here. The First Ghosts, and it's called, what's it called? Hang on. Don't play. Do not play.
Yeah. Jeff Light says, we're good, thanks, Cole. Sorry for being late. You don't ever have to apologise, Jeff, mate. You come and go as you please, mate.
Yeah. No rules here. Yeah, it's just The First Ghost by Irving Finkel. It's all about Assyrian and Akkadian ghost literature and history.
Yeah. Jane says belly chicken and black bean, Chinese chicken curry, egg fried rice, special fried rice, mini spring rolls and prawn crackers. Bench 72nd BR52 for tomorrow's stream and start of a diorama. Here you go. Paul De Tomaso says it's Wolfenstein 2 Colossus.
Oh yeah, the new Colossus. Good game. Good game. Play that. Forget all the other rubbish. Just all the rubbish is nonsense. Go for a good bit of, if you've got stress to relieve, first-person shooters, especially the new Colossus. The good thing is with that and the other Wolfenstein game, you can play them as stealthy if you want to, and you can actually get a lot more mileage out if you try and play it stealthy. The bit on the rocket train is quite interesting to try and get into there stealthy. I did it, but it was a lot of hard work. It was some great fun. Yeah, Wolfenstein.
Besides, it gives Fox the opportunity to say Wolfenstein a lot of times because I mispronounce it, see? So it gives him a chance to say it properly.
Everybody mispronounces it.
Because he likes to pronounce things properly, folks.
Wolfenstein? It's a German place.
It's like if I say Vallejo, I know exactly what he's thinking.
No.
God, you're being good.
I know you're getting it wrong, but most people do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's a castle in Germany. It's a German castle with a German name. Wolfenstein. Yeah. Well, you don't need to say it quite like that.
Yeah, we had a British castle. It was called Roy. Dedications, what it needs.
If you want to be a record breaker.
Ching. See what I did there? The castle legend.
Dedicazione.
I'm right in thinking he was the fastest tap dancer at the time, wasn't he? Guinness Book of Records.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I seem to remember that. But yeah.
He was the only man that ever tap danced on a trumpet or something. I don't know.
The old grit is in. He says, Wiv Festa Foxx, all in chat. I've just got back from Amsterdam, so I'm feeling a bit crackered. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. Was it one of those special weekends, was it?
One of those ones the barber tells you about.
Yeah. PJ says, evening, Maggie, and some bloke called Jeff Light Security. Ha ha ha. Jeff replies, yeah, PJ, you lovable nut. Yeah, he's a lovable nut. That's what he is. He's a nutter. Oi, you, nutter.
A lovable nut. Isn't that one of those quality streets that nobody actually eats?
Yeah, yeah. It's that one that always ends up revolving around the base of the tin, isn't it? And everyone's like nudging it. I don't want that one. It sits there alone, doesn't it, with the coffee? Yeah.
We had I like the coffee. We had a massive great tin of Cadbury's Heroes, and like after about 20 minutes with Mama Wolf, it was completely empty apart from all the really hard dairy milks and the caramels that she doesn't like. I was like, Mama Wolf has spoken.
Yeah.
I do apologise for having the sniffles.
All the ones that get stuck on their plate. Yeah.
Yeah. Do. Am I even on camera? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm still on camera, but yeah, that's how that's coming along, and it's got a little bit of rudderage, which I shall put a bit of easy line on going to all the places because it just embellish it, won't it?
Easy line.
Get your easy line here. Not one, not two, but three. Three for a saucepan. That's what you get. Three for a saucepan.
Free for a saucepan. What if you haven't got a saucepan?
Then it's free for a lady. I'll put the price up.
What if you don't want to make sauce though?
God, here we go.
It's like you get saucepans, right? But you don't get like what are the other pans are used for? They're just pans.
Yeah, you do. You get frying pan. That's another pan, isn't it? What's up with you?
A saucepan, but then you don't get like a boiling potatoes pan or
you get a gravy boat, don't you?
Making soup pan.
Yeah. KA.Models Ninjas in says hello, everyone. Hello, Ross. How you doing, geese?
Hello, KA.Models Ninja.
The ninja is in here.
If we see him come in, does that mean he's a rubbish ninja?
Yeah. Basically. Yeah, he's not a stealth ninja, Ross.
He's like an anti-ninja.
Yeah. Comes with his own theme tune, the Incredible Hulk Walking Away music.
The moment you said the theme tune, I had the Incredible Hulk Walking Away music in my head.
It's all meant in the best possible taste.
Play the theme tune. Sing the theme tune.
Yeah. I like peas.
Peas.
Peas
Incredible
are green, peas are round. Yes, says Paul Lyons. Roy Castle did have the record for the fastest tap dance. 1,440 steps in a minute, which is 24 steps a second. He also had the longest wing walk at 3 hours and 23 minutes. There you go. I knew he did something to do with tap dancing because I remember seeing it on there when, because the twins were still alive then, Norris and Ross. Ross was sadly killed during the Troubles in Northern Ireland. So,
yeah, hang on, who's Norris and Ross?
Ross McWhirter and Norris McWhirter. They were the.
I didn't know who Ross was. I knew Norris. I didn't know there was a Ross.
Yeah, they were identical twins, mate. But Ross got blown up during the Troubles. So yeah, and I can remember he did it then. Yeah, it was proper Geeks Corner back then because you used to get the twin brothers doing all the nerdy stuff, and it was like, yeah.
I never actually used to like watching the Guinness Book of Records, whatever, Record Breakers.
Record Breakers, I love that show.
Nah, I never used to.
Do you know the one I used to enjoy? And this is going to sound really sad now, but my inner nerd is coming out.
Go on.
I used to
nerd out.
I used to like. I will do if you shut up a minute. I used to like. Yeah, shut up. I used to have the like the domino toppling, you know, where they put thousands and thousands up, and you get all these really exotic patterns and that. I used to love all of that. So,
I thought you were going to say a program.
No, it was just a particular one on the record breaks. I used to love all of them sort of ones.
Some crazy things going on nowadays with dominoes like that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I found myself doing yesterday?
What's that?
And it was hilarious. I don't know how I got onto it. But you know, like when you read an article about something and then it mentions something and you go off and read about that, and then you go off and by the end of it you're watching how cheese is
you go on the
made
Google journey, yeah.
Yesterday, my adventure was Caribbean dominoes.
Oh, right.
How dominoes are played in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Like Jamaica and stuff. And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's because I was watching something about Far Cry 6, and there's a bit where you can play dominoes in Far Cry 6, and there's a quest about it.
Yeah.
And at one point, like, Danny, your character's playing, and sometimes you'll slap down a domino hard. And I was like, what's that all about? So I looked it up, and anyway, I got into and watching Caribbean dominoes, it's just awesome.
Really?
Because it's all like theatre and drama and shouting and
yeah.
It's some of the videos, like there was one video saying the different types of people that play Jamaican dominoes.
Yeah.
And this guy doing all the different types, and it's like, oh, it's just so funny.
Yeah.
And there's actually, I was reading an article that says, for people who aren't Jamaican, this is what to expect if you ever get into a Jamaican game of dominoes.
Yeah.
So basically, you'll think you're about to be beaten up, but don't worry about it. It's all about bragging, and it's so funny. It says, don't be nice. Don't put them down delicately. You don't do that.
Rita says the best bit of Record Breakers was Cheryl. Yeah.
Cheryl.
Can't think of her surname now.
It says Cheryl Baker then, but that's that singer lady, isn't it?
Oh, she was in Bucks Fizz.
Oh, God. I thought you might get that look around.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Dude, they're all credit card adults. They don't have to apologise.
No, I know, but, you know.
You never know.
You never know. Somewhere in the world, there might be a parent sat there with a child. You never know. So
this time of night, crazy fools.
Yeah, but it's a morning somewhere in the world, Fox.
Yeah, I don't want to watch this nonsense then.
Exactly. You never know, mate.
Not if you've got a child. Unless, of course, the child is massively into Warhammer.
Unless, of course, they're getting their child into modelling. Oh, yeah, we know two really nice blokes. It's like, yeah.
Or the child.
Yeah, it was Cheryl Baker from Bucks Fizz. That's the one.
So it is Cheryl Baker. Okay. Yeah, unless it's like the parents' gateway to Warhammer. I say, oh, yeah, I'll buy them for my kid.
Yeah.
My kid likes them, honest, Gov.
Yeah. Because we all do that, don't we?
Yeah.
Unless you're like me and you don't realise until your child's 28 that they do Warhammer.
I think if I suddenly realised my child was 28, I'd be a bit nervous as I don't have any.
Yeah, he's got proper codec library forming now.
Oh, you need to tap his knowledge and paint collection.
Which is my paint collection as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he kind of let out a really, really high-pitched squee when he saw my Citadel paint range, and I went, don't. He said, but Dad, I've been doing it for years. how long have you been? I said, don't. I said, you ain't been chatting to a bloke called Fox, have you? I said, I'm not down the hole. It was like,
look,
yeah.
Look.
Oh, give it a squeeze. Go on, you know you want to get
It's not
glue
actually
out.
painful. It was just the slightest of touches.
Yeah.
It's not I don't need plaster or anything. I didn't even feel it.
Oh, you're hardcore, you.
It's only a delicate, but it's a very, very brand new sharp knife. So
You've taken man up pills, haven't you?
No. I just sucked it up.
Because normally when you get Captain Stabberty, we get the girliest of squeals.
Well, if I get a Captain Stabberty where the blade goes in my finger like that, then yes, you get the squeal. Well, it's just a slight graze. It's just
Trying to justify your squeeness.
Hey, you jam a blade right into the end of your finger down to the bone and you'll squee.
Oh, look at you.
I tell you, the worst one though is an airbrush needle. Oh, they always go right down to the bone.
Yeah.
For some reason, getting the seam off this top hat is a real pain in the bum.
I get that with that finger now. It splits right down the middle. And it'll end up growing with a big gap in it. And it's just split again the other day, right down the middle again. So it'll, they could smart a little bit, especially when you get IPA in them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that lets you know that it's cleaning, doesn't it? It's like, yeah.
I hate when you get the little, when you if you wash your hands too much or if they're wet too much, and you get the little stick of skin sticking out on the side of your nail.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. Mum gives them a real weird name, like Fletchums or something. Some weird name for them.
Oh, right.
For some reason, they're like the most painful things in the world. If you touch them, it's like, that really hurts.
Is it as painful as a spot on your septum in your nose?
Oh, God, I hate that.
You know the one where you literally touch the end of your nose and it's like someone's amputated the front of your face, isn't it?
Yes, or you get one right on the edge of your nostril, just by the top of your lip.
Yeah.
Just against the side of your face and the top and the corner of the nostril. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they're proper toe curlers, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
And did you ever notice as well, right? I don't know if you when I was a teenager, I was a spotty teen. I'm not going to mince words, but I was a spotty teenager and I hated every minute of it. Because teenage years are great. You suddenly discover girls and then become the least attractive human being ever lived.
I was pretty lucky where the whole multiple zit thing seemed to pass me by, mate. No, I think I had about 3 spots during adolescence, and that was it.
You were lucky because it was this constant balance between I'm interested in girls, but I don't stand a chance because I look like I've got the plague. So, but for some reason, whenever you had to go on like a date or on something important, you always got that spot right on the end of your nose. And it was always one of those ones that wasn't a big white pimply one. It was just a big red bulbous bulge that really, really hurt.
I mean, I had a mate, go on.
As I say, as soon as you've been or done whatever you needed to do that was embarrassing to have a big spot, it went away.
Yeah. I had a mate, he was so spotty, he looked like he had been spray painted underneath one of those model things for the airplanes, you know. But again, I was pretty lucky with that. I seem to have escaped that, you know.
Yeah. I mean, people mock it and stuff, but the thing is, at the time, it can be quite traumatic. It was
I mean, you used to see some people back then were absolutely covered, weren't they? And you used to think, oh yeah, that must be so soul destroying. But I do count me blessings that the whole spot stage seemed to leave me be. Probably because I had so much hair, see, back then, and it was so long, no one could see any spots on me anyway. So
it was all hidden under your mullet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty wild hair.
It wouldn't have mattered if you had terrible spots because you had that dumbass mullet.
Says the bloke who had a stick-on ponytail, you loon.
Hey, it looked like a real thing, and I look like a pirate. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look at him, mocking me with me mullet. This is a bloke who says I want a fake ponytail woven on my head because I can't grow my own.
Temporarily until I grew my own. Yeah, I look like a pirate. At least I look like a pirate, not just like trailer trash.
You look like something, and it was a pirate.
It looked like a pirate.
It was a prize something. Yeah, I'll leave the audience to decide which one.
Very piratical.
I look like a pirate. Yeah, Jack Sparrow's quaking in his boots. Bobbin says, I had impetigo once, nasty scabs covering my face. I've not heard of that, mate.
Impetigo? Oh, yeah.
Not heard of that, mate. Oh, poor you, mate. Sorry to hear that, Bobbins.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I can't remember quite what it is. But
yeah. Well, it says they're nasty scabs covering his chops. Bless him. Oh, sorry to hear that, geese.
Is it impetigo? I'm not sure.
I know vitiligo, which is what Michael Jackson allegedly had. It turned him white, didn't it, in his pigment or whatever.
It's where the skin pigment.
Because my mate who does all my tattoos, he used to do a lot of cosmetic tattooing for people that had that condition, and it used to darken their skin up to try to match their own skin tone. And yeah, so he got quite into that. And it used to all be pro bono stuff because it was people that were fighting a disability. So he used to do all of that for FOC, mate. And I thought that was really decent of him.
Yeah, I knew someone with vitiligo as well.
Yeah.
And when it's the colour of your skin is kind of your identity, and it's taken away. It's like it's just an irony that's not even worth.
Absolutely,
fair, is it?
Absolutely, it's cruel, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I sympathise with anyone with any condition like that because.
Right, that's the guitar cleaned bit.
Get your guitar clean in here.
That's what my guitar would do, except it's probably a bass.
Good bass tone now. I'm pretty impressed with that.
Bit of slack bass.
Yeah, Mark King's been on the phone, says he wants his bass back.
Ooh. When I was doing, when I used to record music and stuff, I used to take great pride in, at one point, I managed to get like a good sample set for a slap bass.
Yeah.
And I used to really love like sticking slap bass into stuff, but proper like proper like full on slap bass. So when I did a cover version of Jean-Michel Jarre's Magnetic Fields 1, I kind of mixed in the concert version, which included a load of slap bass, and the Houston concert version. So I put a slap bass and said, yeah, slap bass just makes it sound so 80s. Perfect.
Very talented bassist was Mark King. Anyone that can do that, good luck to them.
Of course, our buddy Adam's a bassist, isn't he?
Raging bassist, yeah. Damn good bassist as well, mate.
Clues in the name. He does the teaching as well.
Fair play to him, mate. No, he is good. He'll sit there and go, no, I'm not, because it'll make him cringe, but he is.
See, I could have been, I could never play guitar or violin because I can't bend the end of my fingers, but I could have made a good bassist. Oh, I must away for 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Yeah, go on then. Is he gone? There you go. Yeah. I must admit, I did used to like listening to a bit of Mark King. I must admit, he's got a certain talent with him, with playing bass the way he played it. So another guitarist I liked listening to was the late Jeff Beck, live at Ronnie Scott's. If you get a chance to go on YouTube, folks, go and watch Jeff Beck live at Ronnie Scott's. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. There's a man that could play his instrument, made his guitar talk. Sadly, departed us recently. So, yeah, may he rest in peace. Yeah, Jeff Beck, absolute legend. And it can be really frustrating because we all do it. You know, you have your favourite band and your favourite guitarist. And whenever they do the big list of guitarists, sadly his name never seems to be very prominent. It's always Jimmy Page, Clapton, Hank Marvin and people like that, but you very rarely see his name, and I think that's a shame. I think he should have got a lot more recognition. But we used to play a pub game, and I don't know whether any of you have ever done it, but we used to all get together and you would start off with a 5-piece band. So you'd all be round the table and you had to choose your 5 artists, be it a drummer, a bassist, rhythm guitarist, singer, that sort of thing. So you would have that debate going around the table when everyone done their 5-piece band. And you'd all be sort of bemoaning choices or trying to embellish your choice. And then you would knock it down to a 4-piece band, then a 3-piece band, and you'd be there for hours. Great topic to get on when you're at the pub with your mates, folks. Give it a try. See whether you can do it. We'll have to do it in the hangout one night, but yeah. See whether you can come across the generically chosen, agreed upon 5-piece, 4-piece and 3-piece band. It'll be surprising how many hours of debate that will get going. And it's interesting because we've all got different musical tastes. You know, I'll listen to anything back to sort of John Lee Hooker, that sort of thing, you know, early Johnny Cash, the Highwaymen, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, any guitarists or anything like that, Clapton, Marvin, anyone like that. A lot of the blues stuff, B.B. King, as well as metal and that, you know, it's all different genres. But it does give you an interesting conversation to have, so that's how I used to spend my time in the boozer with me mates, just coming up with things like that. And again, you would get your normal, your John Bonhams, your Angus Youngs, your Jimmy Pages, but every now and then you'd get obscure guitarists thrown in, and I used to love that because you'd then get a take on people that were connoisseurs of the genre, so to speak. So, yeah. Didn't want his head there, Cole, anyway, did you pilch? So, yeah, me chat seems to be dead at the moment. Last comment I've got is bobbing, so hopefully you're all still there. Also, is audio and video coming out all right for you lovely folks tonight? And don't forget, we got the Sunday at the Bench show on Sunday at 2 p.m. I will try and do a bit of gallery this week on it as well, folks, just to play a bit of catch-up on there. We're looking at some point where we do the gallery bi-weekly just to keep the shows to the 2 hours. So I'm going to start that ball rolling this week. I'm not 100% sure whether I'll be streaming at all the following week because I've got a procedure to have. Depending on how that goes is dependent on whether I do any more streaming that weekend. So bear with me on that one and I'll keep you all posted. Okie dokie. Jeff is saying audio and video is perfect. Thank you very much for the feedback there, Jeff. It's just so that I know, mate, because I do stress and like to know that you're getting the best possible audio and video you can from what I'm doing. There you go. I've got another little bowl that will sit behind here somewhere. Round about there. There or thereabouts. I think round there somewhere. Bobbin says the sounds are a funny colour. See what he did there. I see what you did. Bless you. Oh yeah, I can see where it goes now. It goes on there. So we do have a bit of sanding around there to get rid of that gnarly old seam because we don't want that. Nice to catch up a little bit with the ISM show earlier. I should watch the rest of that back because I was a bit late getting up today. I decided to have a little bit of a power nap today. So I shall sit and watch that back tomorrow night, but I managed to get an aloe in there at some point. So PJ says, I'm not here, I'm over there. Audio and video, okay, 5 out of 5. Thank you, very glad, mate. Thank you for the feedback, Paul. And yes, the PJ ladder is firmly in place on the back of the landy, just in the back of the shot there. So, yeah, and I'm hoping, like I say, to get Rita's build, finish off priming and spraying that this week. Hopefully my parts arrive tomorrow and I can get the compressor back to life. My spare that I would have used is toast, so I'm tempted to use this one as a spare and perhaps gorge out on another compressor. I don't know yet. It's something I need to think of in the future, just so that I can go back to having a backup that I can immediately switch over to, because I haven't got that ability at the moment. I thought I would have, but my original backup compressor that is about 20 odd years old that didn't want to play either. The diaphragm's gone on it. He says, did you and Fox live stream on Wednesday? I couldn't find anything. No, I had to pull the pin at the last minute, mate, real life, without... Yeah, I had a bit of a situation here that I needed to be away from the bench, mate, because I wasn't right to stream. So apologies for that. It was a bit last minute, but that will be back hopefully this Wednesday, mate. And we'll be doing a bit more work on the Baneblade build. Mine's nearly, the buildy's nearly done. It's got a little bit more fettling to do in a few places, and then I'll be able to call it done. So, and I think Fox isn't far off either on his, so we might both end up being at the primer stage at the same time, which will be nice. But depending on how it goes on Wednesday will determine whether or not mine makes it to the spray booth for the weekend. So I can get the other projects all sprayed up, because I've got me Volkswagen bus that I want to get painted, and then I can focus on getting all my shelf builds up to speed. I've got my food truck that I need to just finish off the body work on, and that can be primed, and I'm filming that one away from live streams because that's a slightly quirky project, or a quirky take on a old pickup truck. So yeah, so hopefully people will like that one, because I've gone a little bit off piste with it. I've gone a little bit mad and got carried away with it, and hopefully people will like what I've done with it. It's extreme, put it that way, but it wouldn't be one of my builds if it wasn't, would it? So we've got this dude now to assemble. He looks like the bloke out of ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons, giving him some loving. There you go. Now, what colour has that got on it? Oh, yeah, otherwise I'd have done it in ZZ Top colours, but yeah, let's keep it as the box art. It looks a bit steampunky. Bobbins, gotta go. He's working tomorrow. See you on Sunday, folks. No worries, Bobbins, mate. Lovely for you to come in and spend a bit of time with us, mate. Always a pleasure to see you. Jeff Light says, no worries, mate. You're more important. Not a problem, Jeff. Yeah, I don't like cancelling streams as a rule, but sometimes I don't have a choice, mate, and it was one of them. So, yeah. It's never nice to let people down, but yeah. It gives you something to look forward to for this week. So fingers crossed we'll be back to normal this week. That's what we're hoping anyway. If we ain't, then I should just blame Fox and say it's his fault, because it's all Fox's fault. Them Roy Orbison glasses, mate, that's what it is. See, I can get away with that whilst he's here without his wibbling. Roy Orbison, you know what I mean? Definitely Roy Orbison glasses. Don't care what he says. So we got on there. We got his body, his right, and his left arm goes on afterwards. Cool. We'll be streaming Warhammer tomorrow, I think. 5 or 6 p.m. I'm not sure. I'll get a definitive. I'll get him to nail it down. He might have already put it on his channel. So, but yeah. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then our usual 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday. And then Monday, we've got the Monday Nonny model stream. It's on my channel this coming Monday. The video's link is already up on my channel for this coming Monday. And I shall be putting up now, going forward, the week's streams all at once, so you all get to see what's up and coming. Because PJ, bless him, wasn't sure whether there was a frolic, and I'd put that up from last week. But they're all on my channel as upcoming live streams now, folks. So I'm going to be doing that going forward, just so that you know. And then if one drops out of the routine at all, that'll let you know that that stream isn't happening because of something going on in the background. So So yeah, busy at the moment, but I like that. It's nice because I can film, stream, everything at the same time. So it's all good fun. And it all gives you a bit of content as well. He says, talking of Fox, his screen's gone blank. Oh, he's timed out again. Oh, bear with me, mate. I'll chuck him a message. It looks like he might have dropped out. In that case, I'll fire him up. I'll fire up a StreamYard. Thanks for letting us know, mate, because I don't have that window open, so I'll open up a StreamYard just in case, because I've got a feeling he's timed out where he's disappeared away from his bench. So bear with me on that one. I've sent him a message. We'll see whether he comes back in, but I don't think he will. I think I'm going to end up having to put him in through StreamYard. I don't think he's turned his webcam off, so I'll wait and see whether I hear from him. Let's have a look just to see whether I can see him in there. No, he's dropped out. Okay, right. I'm going to go over to StreamYard, folks. I'll put a B right back up in for a sec, and I'll open up StreamYard. Bear with me. There you go. I'm back. I'm just waiting on Fox. There you go, and he should be back in. There you go, mate.
Hello.
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong because I came back and I could see you and everybody, but you weren't responding to my questions. So I thought,
no, you disappeared, mate. You went again. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is where this really works well, isn't it?
We can just dive straight in here.
Yeah. So
at my end, it looked fine. So I'm like, I've fallen out, haven't I? Because I can't hear me. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, it's one of them, mate. It happens. But now, see, with you falling out, I can just open up another browser with a different
go into
streaming app in. So apologies for that little time out there, folks. But
yes,
let's fit that to the screen. Job done. There
you put unreliable web clients.
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Well,
pretty much.
Did I miss anything interesting?
No, I was just padding out until you got back. I was talking about Warhammer Saturday just to see whether or not you're doing or what time you're going out later.
We'll do a 6 o'clock again. What I'll do is I'll set it up before I go to bed tonight. I was listening to what you were saying about doing all your streams like in one block, like for the week ahead.
Yes.
And that's possibly why PJ was contacting me earlier to find out if you do a stream, because when you do that, it doesn't show up on that day's recommendations.
No, I know. We've had this conversation before, but we're both still doing it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. I'm not beholden to YouTube's.
No,
it's just stupid way YouTube does it.
Yeah, but if in doubt, just check the channel.
Yeah, go to the channel homepage. There you go, done. I might do that as well, and every now and then just do a load in advance.
Well, you did the other week. You had a load up in advance because I saw it.
Yeah, I had to do it because I made some changes to the actual description text, but I thought if I don't do it now, I'll never remember for next week, so I'll just do it now.
There you go, folks. Hopefully that's going out okay now. Can you let us know again that AMV's all good and I can settle then?
Yes.
But there you go. Jeff says, Carl, have you seen the Games Workshop? No, mate. What am I missing?
Have you seen the Games Workshop? What?
Yeah. What am I missing, Jeff? Tell me all the things I need to know now.
The Games Workshop what? You're more specific than that.
Yeah.
You got me interested as well now.
Yeah. Is there new releases? I don't know, mate.
Oh, I can't think of any that might be tickling your fancy.
But you got me curious now.
Do.
He's got me curious.
No, I had to spend some money today. Not a lot of money, but I had to spend some money. I couldn't not.
Oh, right.
Because you know how I love my my Slackworm, my webcomic, the Slackworm.
Yeah.
That I love to read.
Yeah.
Nim put me onto, actually, funnily enough. She put me onto that. I love Slapweb. It's a brilliant webcomic.
Cool beans. Thanks for the feedback, by the way, folks.
Oh, lovely. They did a plush. He did a plush of it a while ago. That I got one for Mama Wolf for Christmas. But they've just doing a thing now for a miniature, a Slapworm miniature, like a little vinyl miniature. It's like I have to have that. It's about 4 inches tall. I'm like, yeah, I need that. I might not repaint it, but it's limited edition. But you know.
Jeff says audio and video are fine. Thank you, Jeff. Much appreciated, mate.
You know that Bobbins has gone?
Yes, I know. I read that, mate.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, 70 goodbyes, mate.
Lovely. So what's everybody got booked in for this weekend then? Do you all have wonderful things lined up?
Well, no, I reeled off me list of streams. Monday's stream is on my channel this week, so non-e-models. So, yeah, it's on Fox's next week, and then it'll be back on mine. Is it the week after? Because I think we got 3 weeks without one, haven't we? So
yeah, it's the 15th of May is the next official game.
Yeah, so so keep an eye out for them. I shall put all the links up in YouTube over the next few days, folks.
What about you guys in chat? What have you guys got lined up? Anything interesting?
Yeah, let us know all the things we need to know.
Yeah. Any family days out or relatives coming over that you're really not looking forward to? Or
Jeff says it's the Orc Rock Star. Oh, nice.
Oh, interesting.
There you go.
Cromlech do a few like heavy metal orcs, don't they?
Yes, mate. They certainly
Cromlech
do.
actually do an entire stage.
Yeah.
They do a heavy metal concert stage for orcs.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, MDF and a photo etch, I think.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, yeah, I know why I need to tell Colin to come here.
Yeah, it may be on my wish list, mate.
Oh, good. I thought it might be.
Yeah.
I pretty much guessed it might be.
Yeah. So, it will be acquired. I wonder whose link that'll go through.
Do. Thank you. I will be using your link, of course, when I spend some money.
Don't forget, folks, I do have a Cromlech link, so feel free to use it. It is there for use. No one's used it yet, so I am feeling a bit unloved.
You like the way we tag team that, though?
Yeah.
Get spending your money, folks. Get spending your money. Help the channel out, eh? Give us your money, as Bob Geldof would say.
Oh, God, yeah.
I do love the fact with this Goth Rocker that the amplifier he's standing on is actually a squig.
Yeah.
With an amplifier in its mouth. It's so awesome. They've got some real good, funny, comedic designers there in there.
Oh, yeah.
Really have fun with the orcs. Oh, okay. Tickly cough, tickly cough, boom,
boom, boom, boom, tickly cough.
You know where your worst place to have a tickly cough, though?
Where?
Underneath
the arches.
Chair. It was a bit subdued there, you were.
I know, it's because I'm trying to concentrate, Fox. Sorry, mate.
You?
I'm trying to build a model.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Such nonsense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Such shenanigans.
How dare I try to build a model on a live stream?
I know.
How dare I?
People paying good money to come in.
Especially with a GNU on the stream. How dare I?
You're sitting there making a model.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be doing a dance number for them.
Yeah. How dare I not pay him attention?
Well, you don't have to pay me attention.
I was going to try and put my driver back in.
Okay. Oh, excuse me one sec.
Oh, you carry on, mate. You're suitably excused.
Oh, lungs. Whew.
It's just I want to put his arm in the right place before the glue dries, because otherwise I'll cry.
Don't make Festa cry, folks.
Because I don't want to paint him on the build. I want to paint him away from the build, because don't be that guy that tries to paint it whilst assembled, because you'll never do it.
Scale Model Chaos says, Fox, have you seen there is a Fallout TV series being made? Absolutely.
Oh, really?
I know all the things. Oh yeah, I'm in the loop on all these TV stuff, sci-fi stuff. But yeah, it's due for release later this year. It's Amazon making it.
Oh, right, yeah.
The photographs they've shown so far are incredible. They've shown like bits of like a vault set and bits of like a Red Rocket gas station set.
Oh, right,
and they look so accurate. It's like, doesn't mean the series is going to be any good, but the set decoration is just like so accurate to the game. It's like, wow.
Did you make squee noises? You did, didn't you?
Even down to little widgets on the walls in the vaults. It's like, oh, that's exactly the right. And they've got like the switch on the wall to open a door with all the little wording on it. It's just absolutely spot on. Yeah, it's just, it'll probably be garbage, but hopefully it won't.
Yeah, but it'll be your garbage.
Well, I'm keeping my expectations in check.
Marcy's back in, Wanda's back in, and hugs Cole, and Eric is in from Twisted Rail Hobbies. He said, is there really an excuse for Foxx? No, there isn't, mate.
What?
No, there isn't.
For me. I wasn't so much born as just kind of creative.
Yeah, he's made of excuses, mate. Yeah.
I'm actually not a person. I'm actually a tulpa. Somebody's got a real broken imagination and just conjured me up.
Yeah, you know all of them bits that are left over. Yeah.
You calling me a leftover bit?
Yeah, you're made of all the bits.
I mean, I'm Sprugu.
Yeah. You're made of Sprugu.
I'm sticking with you.
So he did there.
Because you're made out. Right. Yeah, so it's the scenery shots were incredibly accurate. They just look like assets from the game.
Oh, right, yeah.
Film props. It's like, that's incredible.
Right, so he stands allegedly like that.
Sniffles. Apologise.
You've got the snifflekins. Oh, man.
I always have when I put my lenses on.
That's them big Roy Orbison glasses weighing your face down, is it?
I'm not wearing them. I'm wearing my normal glasses, you spoon.
Ah, so you admit they're Roy Orbison glasses?
No.
I think we just had admittance.
No. I'll give you admittance in a minute. I know people. Don't tempt me.
I know all the people.
Oh, the people.
Yeah. Are you the bloke who keeps mocking these Roy Orbison glasses? I'll be going, the big boy didn't run away. Right, so he goes something like that. He says.
I do notice they've not given him a textured base. Like in the photographs, he's not got like any like tufts or anything. He's just got like black with some colours to suggest stage lights. It's quite good. Because, of course, he's not going to be out in the wilds, is he, on stage?
No.
Didn't think of that when I moved him to the base, but never mind.
You have done well, though. Been very patient waiting for that. You've never mentioned that you hadn't had him.
Hey?
Your goth rocker.
Oh, I mentioned it a while ago, but you probably didn't scroll up.
No, I was mocking you, but not to worry.
Okay.
The joke was wasted.
If you have to explain it.
Yeah, if you have to explain it, it's called the Foxx effect.
Yeah. If you have to explain it, it wasn't worth it.
Exactly.
Do.
That'll be why.
Guitar on.
Shall we try that again? There you go.
It's quite a big fella, isn't he, this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got mine to do when I do my doof wagon build I'm filming. And I was asked by someone the other day when I'm starting to film it. Filming of the buildy of my 3D printed Orc rock band stuff is imminently getting filmed. Buildy. It's going to be the doof wagon out of Mad Max Fury Road, but full up with the Orc rockers and all of that lot. So there's going to be sound in there and stuff. So yeah, it's just something quirky. I shall film the buildy and then the painty I shall probably do on Warhammer Saturdays. Because I can film it whilst I'm streaming it, so you get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
There you go, folks.
Trust your Uncle Festa.
Yeah, so that'll be him.
You're right.
So he'll stand there and hold that wheel of wildness. He's got the right arm. He's got a face. Yeah, you're looking at me, geese. Yeah. He's proper looking at me as if he's going to give me a rollicking, so I'm happy with him now. He can come out of there.
Haradrums, isn't he? They're always look grumpy, them.
Yeah.
Dwarfy dudes.
So he can go and stand over there looking rather splendid. Marcy's waving.
Marcy.
Hey, Marcy.
Waving. Roger, waving now.
Yeah. And if none of you are in chat are waving at Marcy, I do want to know why. Because she'll want to know why. And if you don't have a good enough explanation, she'll beat you.
Yeah. For the people who didn't wave back and say hi, I say just this. Benedi Godvos omnipotens Deus Vater et Filius Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
Yeah. There you go.
Your time is nigh.
There you go. Have you a bit of that? Right.
Right, so that needs to go on there.
Jeff Belly, burger with provolone cheese and lettuce, onion rings on the side. He's happy, Belly is happy. There you go, mate.
Happy Belly is happy, I like that.
Yeah, an happy belly is a full belly, mate. Good for you, Jeff.
Oh, the people.
Oh, so many people. Right. So we got him on there, going into there. Okay. Like that. Where'd I put his bowl?
Oh.
Bowl. Give that a tweak. And that.
Big bump.
Hmm?
Was that your bottom that made a little noise then?
No, I was doing plain noises.
Oh.
My bottom is totally innocent in this occasion.
On this rare happenstance.
On this rare occasion, yeah.
Yes. This rare one-off thing.
Rita's waving at Muse, says, I'm not going to get on anyone's bad side. Yeah, don't mess with the Muse. Don't mess with the Muse.
No, don't mess with the Muse.
Don't mess with the Muse, because it's not very amusing.
Yep. It's easy to remember, because it's like Disney, don't mess with the mouse, but it's spelled a bit differently.
Yeah. Coat is required. Tough room.
Moving on.
And I got a G's call from Marcy in the 24/7 chat. I don't know whether that was a G's because she was disappointed in me, because I may have drawn something with my brown sauce on my dinner and posted it in the hangout.
Oh yes, I saw that.
I got a feeling she might be disappointed with me.
I think that was a mild facepalm type G's.
Yeah, I think it was, didn't you?
Did you see the picture that was put in that Chris put in?
Yes, I did, chat? Mate. Yeah.
Of your back passage.
Yeah, I went and looked at that just before we went live. It was like, yeah.
I was going to put a thing saying, Chris, you should have atted Colin because he won't scroll up and see it. But then I thought, no, because I'll put that comment in. It'll make it go further up.
Kevin let me know in Hangout that Chris had put a picture in, so I knew it was there, and I thought I better go and have a look. But, yeah.
It was most amusing.
Yeah, so I did scroll up this evening.
Dun, dun, dun,
dun.
Such things are possible.
Candygram says, amusing. He says, I see what you did there. Cheers, Jeff. Nice to know someone was on the ball, mate. Thanks for that, mate.
Where he's on the ball.
I thought I was going to have to get Charlie to start the car, mate.
Oh, no, you need to do that anyway.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that bad.
You always need to have Charlie on hot standby.
Chaos says, I'm just worried about the proportions of said drawing on your dinner. Yeah. Yeah. My missus, she just looked at me and she went, are you mental? how old are you? And I went, 5.5, love. Come on. She said, really?
The funny thing is, when Colin showed me that picture, I taught him a whole new word he didn't know before.
Yeah. I learnt new words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody who's not in the 24/7 chat, of course, will have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. No.
Let's just say there may have been a gentleman's sausage.
Yeah, I was being childish and thought it would be very clever to draw a cock and balls in brown sauce on my beans.
Yep.
And post it in the chat. Predominantly for our mate Paul Stewart, because he's well known for his messing around and stuff.
Oh yeah. Do. Paul Lewis of his plans for the weekend. Saturday AM, clean kitchen. Saturday PM, clean bathroom. Sunday AM, clean lounge. Sunday PM, oh yeah, cleaning. Festa and friends, dirty people.
Good man.
We are filthy, dirty people. Filthy.
Oh yeah, we're filthy, dirty people, and we will corrupt your mind with our childlike behaviour.
Yes. We will corrupt your mind with our lesser minds.
We love being children. That's what it is all about.
Yep. Like we said before, we tried adulting once. It was complete rubbish and a waste of time.
Yeah, it was worst 2 hours of my life, mate.
2 hours? Wow. Never got out of minutes.
Yeah, but that was under threat of beating from H. She said, try it and be an adult for a couple of hours. See how you get on. Oh, it was painful. Can I be a child again? Can I be a child? Mum, can I have a rabbit? Mum, can I have a rabbit?
She was much more naive and innocent in those days.
Yeah.
That was within the first 32 hours of the marriage.
When we went to Chesington World of Adventure, she was like 1 adult, 3 children. I'm like, really? So you can prove to me you can be a grown-up. Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
I hate you.
I don't want to go on that one.
My chat stopped.
She just looks at me and does that immediate face palm, and I'm like, yeah.
Jeff Light says, when I saw Goth Rocker, I thought that's so perfect for Festa. Love to your Orc Rock band when it's done. There you go. That is the Goth Rocker done.
Yes, I spent a long while doing 3D printings and designings of things, and I've been filming all of that as well. So it'll get cobbled together as a series, and it will be released to Patreons and channel members first.
I'll zoom in a bit.
So you'll get to see all of the things. There are rock bands. I've got full drummers with drum kit made of skulls, and audio's going to be piped through it. And yeah.
All right. Look at that squig. Look at that amp squig.
PJ's been a member of the channel for 12 months. Happy anniversary, PJ.
Yep. That's what we focus on.
And he also gets to say, member. Foxy's playing with all the things. Bung yourself full screen, mate, if you want to show the world your wares.
No, it's fine. No, I've done it now. I just zoomed in. It's just as good. That's me Goth Rocker. I've got to clean up that little gap at the top of his jacket where the strap is. I shall use the classic method of a bit of plastic card to cover something.
A plastic card and some easy line. Gets you out of a multitude of sins, folks.
Yeah. Do. See, I could have some easy line going from the grenade to the back of the squig.
You could do.
Lead. But then I'd have to have a lead for the guitar as well. But then again, he's singing into a grenade, so there's not really a need for a lead there, is there?
No.
Rude drawings on food, always funny. The classics will never, ever die, says Jeff.
Absolutely. I did it in a restaurant once with me, what's his name, mustard sauce on a steak. And I did a proper good old cock and balls. And H just looked at me, because the waiter always comes back, doesn't he? Everything all right with your meal. She just looked at me. She went, why me? Why do I get this idiot? She says, proper not impressed. Well, you behave, she says. Oh, yeah, all right.
Excuse me.
It's funny.
Anyway, I suppose I better keep that.
Well, we all do it as blokes, don't we? Probably a lot of them in the chat are the same. You sit there and you think, oh, what mischief? Because the missus always says, right, we're going out, blah, blah, blah. Behave yourself. Don't do anything to embarrass me, for crying out loud. Of course I won't, love. And then we sit there, don't we? And we're at the table and we're looking for mischief, and that's what starts me going, and that's it. Then it just degenerates. Yeah, and my lads go, "Mum's taking the old man out in public." Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where his two lads are the first people in the world to ever get their parents, well, their mother to wear a body cam just for comedy purposes.
Oh yeah. Suddenly they want to come along, see us. Oh, can we come? We come. And mum, bless her, she's like, why the sudden interest? You don't normally want to come out with us. Yeah, but you're taking the old man out in public. This is going to be hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to make
no
this...
idea. I'm going to let the world know that Panzer's in the chat whilst you're deciding what to do. Hello, Panzer. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Panzer.
Everyone's saying hello to Panzer.
I'm not going to make this.
Okay, don't make it then.
Because it's not floating. I'm going to go and grab some more orcs and make them instead.
Why, is it too complicated, that 4-piece kit?
No, I just looked at that and thought, I've got 2 boxes of orc flash kits. I'd rather make those. So.
Oh, there you go then.
Yes, flash kits, isn't it? Right, let me go.
I'll kill time whilst you're going to get your... Does that mean you start again to do 2 dudes? Or are we now excluding a dude? Because
that might be asking a bit too much.
I don't want to disappoint the audience. If they're expecting their 2 dudes, mate, then I don't want them. Yeah. I don't want them to feel hard done by.
We'll see how it goes. I don't think we'll get 3 dudes done. So I'll go and grab them. Go and grab my gits.
Go and grab your gits, Fox.
On my way. Stand by.
There is a public announcement. Fox is going to grab his gits, just in case you didn't hear. Have you grabbed your gits yet? Have you done it yet? Tell me you've done it. Let's have a look and stand that up there, because that bowl was a bit Brahms and Liszt there, so we don't want that. Everyone's saying Panzer. Muse says we have a Sharpie display. I'm forever cleaning 3 third-grade drawings of male parts and cuss words in various language. Yeah, H gets a lot of that with the golf clubs and stuff. Yeah. Bless her. Yeah, I am 5.5 though, Marcy, and I just sat there and I thought, oh, I know what I'll do on my dinner. I'm going to draw a cock and balls, because cock and balls, you can't not do it. You know, it's the law of things.
Back. There we go.
Are you back, dear?
Yes, I got these flash gits so I can put them in my Squiggoth.
Oh, nice one.
Because the orcs that come with the Squiggoth are like kind of 1937 style orcs made 50 years ago. Gorilla butts. So.
Oh, they've given me weapons choices. No, see, this isn't the way. Never give Festa weapons choices.
This is the way.
Because they've all got to go on there now. Oh. Put that on the front of that. And make it a super, super long cannon with a drill in it. Yeah, because that looks a bit fart-ass with just that on the front.
Fart-ass.
Yeah,
no matter what the in-game stats are, you want the thing that looks as good as possible.
Yeah, I want a nice long length. That sounded wrong. That's so very, very wrong. Yeah, see the football. What a shot that was.
Yeah, rather clement the weather for this time of year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See the boxing. Oh, what a punch. Well, he stood no chance there, did he?
Yeah. Bloke with the other bloke and the thing with the.
Yeah.
You what?
Oh, dear. It was that bloke over there. He did it.
Yes.
Sadly, boys, it's drawing them mostly. I'm like, have you ever looked down once? It doesn't look like that, laugh out loud. Yeah, but in our minds, yeah.
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 When you get to our age, there's always 3 little dicks coming out the end. That's accurate. Context specific.
Oh, bless her, long one, eh, says Marcy. Yeah, I know, love. I know. Yeah, I'm bad, ain't I? You wouldn't be me live streaming if I didn't drop myself in it at least once on air.
Yeah. This is the order of things.
I try so hard not to. I really do.
You don't really try that hard, do you?
Normally, Fox before the stream goes, right, you're not going to go and say anything stupid tonight, are you? No, I'm going to be good. Are you sure?
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the thing is, I don't expect him to not say anything stupid. I have to ask that contractually. I'm obligated.
Yeah. I think there's been secret liaising with H.
Think of it like a seatbelt that's not actually connected to anything.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh, bless. Oh. PJ's put in a £10 super chat. He says, have some coinage, Carl. Why? He says, absolutely no reason whatsoever. Thank you very much, PJ. That will be put to good use, I can assure you, mate.
Loveliness.
And thank you very kindly for your generosity, mate. That means a lot. And yeah, the PJ ladder is suitably in place for the world to see. That is the PJ ladder of climbingness, folks, because
yes.
He pointed out to me, one, the fact that I had nuclear wheels, but the original wheel on top, it was messing with his OCD. So I printed that out, and then he mentioned the ladder. So I printed out a ladder. So that is forever the PJ ladder.
PJ
so
ladder.
Thanks very much, PJ. All seriousness, mate. Means a lot, mate. You're very glad. Now, see, they give you a choice. You can have that one, boom, boom, or you can have that one with the big mole-like Thunderbird drill. Festa's brain says, well, why not amalgamate them both together and have a super-duper long combined gunnage, drillage type thing?
What are you going to do with the drill in midair?
I don't know. It's on the model. But you could fire that on its own little propulsion system at the enemy, and it goes, fadonk, drilly, 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 drilly. It's, these things are all sent to test us.
This is Industrial Light and Magic level sound effects here. Fadonk, drilly, 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 drilly.
Absolutely, mate.
Ben Burt is in the house.
Hey, mate, don't test the sound effects, mate. You get what you're given.
You get what you pay for.
Absolutely, mate. You know, it's...
Right. The instructions for these flash kits are not easy to follow.
Oh, God, here we go. He's got 2 dudes to do, and now they're too difficult.
No, they've got 5 dudes, but they kind of, instead of getting here's dude 1, here's dude 2, it just says, right, build 5 guns, and it's like...
I've done a set of them, didn't I, the flash kits?
Yeah. It's like, here's a gun, now just do 5 different variants, but you've got 8 options. Okay.
Yeah, this is where you're worrying yourself. See, I don't worry about options
I'm
now.
not worrying. I'm just confused.
Because I have to add everything to the build, so I don't get options in my Warhammer builds, mate.
No, I'm not worried. It's just a bit, it's weird the way they do them, like, all at once, like, build the guns, then build the heads, and it's like, so just building one dude, then the next dude.
Is it messing with you? It is, isn't it?
It's weird way of doing it. I'm just having to get my head around it.
Marcy's got to go back to work. Bye, Marcy. Take care.
Take care, Marcy.
He's heard that announcement. Would Marcy please come back to the workshop? Would Marcy please come back to the workshop?
He sounds like a Cyberman. Just say delete.
Delete.
Yeah, somebody reliably informed me that if you've got a squig off, the best people you can have in a squig off is a load of flash kits.
Oh, right. Good to know.
Because they've all got like explosive weapons and stuff, and they can all just do a lot of shoot. Because flash kits are all about having the biggest, loudest, bangiest guns.
I've got a big gargantuan squig off. I wonder who got me that. Dun, 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 dun. See what I did there?
So it seems apt to put like 10 flash kits in there.
Yeah, I want
flash kit.
I want to send that
count
so that is perfectly flat. Everyone's saying later to Marcy. Oh, it's nice to see Marcy in.
Hi, Marcy.
All the blokes are now going, can relax now. Marcy's gone. Marcy's gone now. We can misbehave and be 5.5 again. It's like, no, you can't. She will watch this back, you know. She will know all the things we've done.
She will.
We and Fox are not going to encourage you in any way to do things that, you know.
We are. I mean, not, obviously. I'm going to build the captain first.
You're building the captain. How about it, mate?
He's got the proper captain's, like, great coat.
Nice one.
Stick out to me. So
you do like a great coat, don't you?
I like a fabulous coat as well, but yes, I like a great coat.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff says, Festa goes through the instruction booklet, crossing out every instance of optional and writes in mandatory. Absolutely, Jeff. You know me so well.
But the funny thing is, you could save time by just putting not before the word optional, but that's too easy.
Yeah.
It took ages learning how to spell mandatory.
Yeah. You're not far wrong, Jeff, mate.
Yeah.
So, that looks a lot more menacing than just the little fart-ass gun going. Yeah, it's like, no, give it a bit of oomph. Jeff says, hi to Panzer, big hugs, buddy. Always big hugs for Panzer. We like Panzer.
Did you see, I don't know if you saw it, but did you see the picture I put for you in the 24/7 yesterday of the V8 power drill?
No. Have I got to scroll up?
Yeah, somebody took a power drill, like a normal power drill, like for drilling things.
Yeah.
Normal Black & Decker, and they put on it a miniature V8 engine.
Good man.
So it's basically a V8. It's like a V8 about this big. It's a miniature V8 engine powered power drill.
That's my kind of, yeah.
Black & Decker.
Well, we was offered a mobility cart to help me get out and about, and then obviously COVID came and everything changed. But my missus was like, I know exactly what you're going to do with that when you get it. You're going to take the motor out, and you're going to put some kind of massive engine in it so it does 100 mile an hour, ain't you? I said, bloody right, I am. I think I'm going to go along going at 1 mile an hour. Nah.
Here's a question. I was talking to Mama Wolf about this. Did you know anybody that had one of those blue invalid vehicles?
Yes, Invacars, yeah.
Invacars. What were they like? Were they like little motorbike with 2-pot engines or something?
Yeah, it was a little pop engine. You had a set of handlebars inside with obviously all your hand controls for turny. Single seater, sliding door each side, made of fiberglass and a death trap.
Were they allowed to go on the motor? I'm guessing they were.
They were allowed on minor roads, but they was banned because of the fact that they were so dangerous, because as lorries and that started coming in the cities, they just didn't see them, mate. So they was basically phased out within an 18-month period, mate. John across the street used to have a little Invacar.
Because I remember just seeing them when I was a kid. You'd always see them. It'd always be like an old. Bearing in mind this is the 1970s.
Yeah, I think it was 96 that they went, or it might have been a bit later than that. But yeah, it was pretty much Act of Parliament, mate.
But yeah, there was always like being driven by a bloke in his 70s who was small and portly, had little round glasses, and was one of those old guys that wore like a tweedy suit jacket and a sweater,
pretty much,
a shirt,
yeah.
The little checker pattern on the shirt, and then the suit trousers, and the slippers, and he'd always be called like Alf, Albert. There was a guy who lived opposite us, and his name was Pop Bardill.
Oh, right, like, yeah.
Bardill, there's such a 1940s surname, you know, getting it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So, and it was like, he was the kind of person that, and they were always parked outside pubs.
Yeah. PJ say, what's happened to Fox's big blue robot type dude? Honestly, I've stepped away for 2 minutes and the Orbison twin throws a wibble and downscales typical. I still think he needs to build 2 dudes per PJ.
Yeah, well, I'm building the second dude now. I decided that I didn't have that much interest in building that big Invictus thing because I've got 10 Orc flash kits to build here. And I thought, oh, I've got flash kits. They're much more fun. I'll build them instead.
Now, look at that for a nice big kick-ass weapon. That is better, isn't it? You've got to admit.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Come on.
I think that's for... Is that like a harpoony thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's proper, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like, you got to have a look at the size of my drill. Yeah.
Ooh,
that sounded wrong, didn't it?
You keep doing this, don't you?
Yeah, sorry, Marcy, if you're watching this back. Won't happen again. Fox made me say it.
Won't happen again. Do you want to just make a girl a promise you know you're going to keep next time?
Yeah, like H. I'm going to be good. Trust me.
Yeah, you said the word trust me. That's what kills it.
When have I ever let you down, dear? We're going out in public. Of course I'll do as I'm told.
This is when she quotes Shakespeare. Let me count the ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
You learned a long time ago never to say things like, when have I ever let you down?
Yeah. I've learnt the error of my ways over many years, mate, of failure.
That's a masterclass of backing into a corner, that one.
Yeah, many
when
years
have I ever
of...
let you down? Oh,
yeah,
why did I say that?
Many years of letting H down badly taught me that. It's like, yeah.
130.
She looks at me with such disappointment.
Numbering on these sprues is weird.
He's not happy, is he? He ain't happy.
You have to kind of think hard about which number relates to which part.
Oh, dear.
Do.
How to confuse a fox.
It is not hard.
Can you imagine Fox with a Pontos photo etch set? Oh.
A what? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's the photo etch sets that go on these big scale model battleships and things like that. Oh, mate, I'd love to see you do one of them.
This sounds a bit scary to me. If you ask
Panzer
me.
says many years and many beatings. Yes, Panzer, many beatings, mate.
Many beatings.
Bless her.
This Orc's weapon has got like a 3-barrel flamer.
Here we go.
And then underneath, it's got like a massive like a massive machine gun.
Yes.
It's great. But it's also, no, it's a 3-barrel. It's like a 3-barrel spinny Gatling thing that launches massive explosive shells plus a massive machine gun underneath.
Nice.
That's great. I like that. This is why, see, Flash Kits put all their money into weapons.
Oh, yeah.
That's why because they're flashy.
It's because they're Flash Kits, mate.
Mm-hmm. Hence the name.
See? We know all the things about nothing and nothing about all the things, mate. Have a swig of tea. I'm going to have a swig of tea. I've got
the colour being called Flash Kits.
Dryad and a scrum forwards jockstrap.
Scrum forwards jockstrap. All the fun of the fair. Right, which ones do I want? That one. And.
Oh, that's better.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah. God, I needed that. It was Dryad and Gandhi's flip-flop, as my mum would say.
Back and forth. 105, 104.
Give that a bit of a trim, because we can.
Chat is not updating, so I do apologise.
Last comment in there is Panzer going many beatings. So
yeah, I missed all the comments from when Paul did his £10 super chat. They just
Rita's put in Cole's wedding vows. Will you listen and then completely ignore what this woman has said to you until you realise she knows better? Me, of course, I'm a bloke. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's where I know you from now. You was at me wedding, Paul, weren't you? Oh, nice to see you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bless him. He was there. Yeah. 34 years ago last week, that was. I enjoyed every minute of my marriage. I thoroughly loved it. I have.
Wait. I thought you said I enjoyed... As in past tense.
I thoroughly enjoyed all of the 34 years so far that I've been married. Because if I don't say that, I will get beaten badly.
Yes. I've enjoyed all the years of my marriage because I wish to live.
And I said to her the other week, I wasn't for Christmas, I'm for life. She went, yeah. How many mirrors did I break in that previous life? I went, yeah.
Yeah.
You broke them all, dear. But then I say to her,
and how I know it.
Would you have me any other way? And the response is, yeah, I'd like the adult version. Yeah.
Again, you're backing yourself into that corner again, aren't you?
I do. But it's just
you're
like...
a master at it, aren't you?
I like to have confirmation, mate. I like to know the boundaries I'm up against. Bless her. But saying that, deep down, she wouldn't have me any other way.
No.
That's how optimistic I was when I said that.
I don't know if they were optimistic or naive. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she says, your quirks are entertaining. She said, they can be frustrating. She said, but they are entertaining. She said, and I you do make me laugh. She said, when really I should be angry or sad. So
yeah,
your daftness can be quite therapeutic at times.
I need that one and that one. There's a lot of back and forth with these weapons. 92 and 93.
You're a weapon.
You're made of weapons.
Happy anniversary, says PJ. Didn't realise you and Fox had that kind of relationship. Not judging. Hey, mate, You know, we finish each other's sentences, mate. I am getting worried. And yes, I do sleep with one eye open, just in case.
I don't know if it's like Bert and Ernie or...
Yeah, if I find a pair of Roy Orbison glasses tomorrow on top of my tees, mate, I'm going to be looking around very worried. Hugh Gordon is in, saying good morning all. Hello, Hugh, how are you, buddy?
Hello, Hugh. If I found a tease made tomorrow, I'd be exceptionally worried. Like, whoa, hello, 1984.
Mate, I still use my Goblin tease made that I was bought as a wedding present. Still works. Nothing wrong with a tease made, mate. Saves getting H out of it.
Yeah.
Saves me getting beaten for getting her out of it.
I was going to say, it's just a life preserver for you, isn't it? It's just...
Absolutely.
No.
It's even funnier when for a gag the other night, because she was in stubborn mode getting up the other week, I may have set the tease made to come on at her time for getting up in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
When she came down, the look on her face, mate, was priceless. The language, the names she called me, I won't say, but...
Can you use words that sound like it?
They rhyme with the racing driver James Hunt.
Oh, yes.
She called me several bouts of names, and the dead arm I had lasted, about 20 minutes.
That's a good dead arm, that.
So she just was like, really? I said, well, perhaps now you'll get up when I ring you. She said, don't worry, my revenge will be forthcoming.
Was that when she hit the other arm?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, when you're hard enough. And it's like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
It's like, you know, when you do a practical joke on your wife, Col, don't then give her sass afterwards, because it's just, you get both arms battered.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was feeling quite big with my accomplishment. And, you know, we're blokes. Well, you know, if we get one over on the missus, we like to try to have bragging rights until we're instructed that we shouldn't be bragging. Yeah.
It never actually fails to impress me how little you've learned in 34 years.
Why? It's because 34 years, mate, I've not been paying attention, mate. You know, that's kind of the giveaway.
By how little you've learned.
Yeah, you never listen to me. Of course I do, love. What did I just say? That would be an ecumenical matter. Yeah.
Yes. Blow my nose. 1 second.
Yeah. I sarcastically once when she said that, oh, what did I just say? I do. She went, don't be sarcastic. Okay, enough. But yeah, bless her heart.
It's like nothing sunk in, has it, over the last 34 years?
No, pretty much, no.
It's like she can remember every single day, and you're like, huh?
Yeah. Nice one, Hugh. I won't read that out. Yeah. Bless him. Can always rely on Hugh. Yeah, I won't read that one out either, Hugh. But I know what you mean. Bless you. Don't ever change.
I've got to go through and figure out what that weapon is based on the random pictures earlier on. Okay. It's going to be that one.
Dun, dun.
And, excuse me, that one, 99. I think. Yes, 99.
There you go. So we got that box of gubbins going on there.
Wait, that's not the right... Wait, what? I thought I cut that off. Not. No, is it?
There you go.
Muttering away to myself. Mutter.
Clee Dogue, and then we got bombs and detritus to make as well. I think, again, they gave us an option. You can either have the balls in the back there,
balls,
or you can have this box of gubbins. But there's a flat surface there that'll fit on.
Oh,
so it's going to go and live on there.
Reasonable, doesn't it? Makes sense to me.
Because why not?
Remember, if you give Festa a surface, you're going to get stuff on your surface.
Yeah, because why not use it?
H knows that all too well.
You're cruel, you are. You're a git.
Oh, wait, no, it's 126. Oh, I didn't want that one, 120. Oh, flangy.
Hey, mate, she's still, you know, I'm still in the good books for not burning the house down when I was left alone the weekend, wasn't it? So, Edward Leonard is in, squishy alert. Hello, Edward. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I was amazed he could actually rebuild the house that fast.
Yeah. He says, looking around to make sure there's no no fresh paint that she might notice.
Yeah. Don't tell her she's got big dot of white paint on her back. Oh,
you can't do any painting when H is about. She is a gloss toucher. You know, you paint something, and you put the minute you say wet paint, she's like, "Oh, it's got to check." It's like there's a sign that says, "Leave it alone, love." But no, and I guarantee you, if I gloss paint a door, right in the middle of it, there's going to be one of her fingerprints.
Fingerprint or a face print or a butt print.
Yeah, and it's like, really? That is the one thing, that's her weakness, fresh paint. There you go. Mandatory number 2, Jeff. There you go.
So is that basically her bit of like being a bloke?
Yeah, that's her blokey thing, yeah.
Yeah. Blokey thing.
You will stay level, you git. Bloody thing.
Yeah, git.
Yeah, it keeps wanting to lean. It's got a droopy ball on it.
Oh, I'm making gits.
Yeah, I might have to put a bit of white tack each side of that to hold that in place, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Trouble ahead. Oh, you know,
lean it that way.
Oh, that would be nice.
Lean it that way, right? We've got bombs.
Nice. Bit of copper.
Now, see, this was going to be a little fun. Take your time on this build. And as you can see, folks, it's pretty nearly built. Yeah.
I expected you to have finished after about the first 20 minutes, so I'm quite impressed you managed to make it last this long.
I'm doing well. It's one of those. I'm in a build fest at the moment. I want to build as much stuff to get ready for painting as possible, Warhammer wise. All my resin, I'm getting that all built, you know, and then I can paint it at my leisure. So, yeah.
You're going to paint it in a leisure suit?
Oh, that's a thought. Yeah. No, leisure suit. Yeah.
Leisure suit Festa.
Ooh, in the chat. This is going to be one now.
Ooh. Who had a leisure suit?
Who in the chat has ever owned a shell suit?
Oh, God, no. He's wept. Thank goodness I never have.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never had a shell suit.
Is anyone going to admit that one?
I don't know. Any Scousers in chat? Because they still have it.
I was bought a pair of shell-style bottoms, but I refused to wear them.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Last time I wore a tracksuit, I would have been a kid in the 70s, and it would have been the obligatory 1970s.
Oh, the ones with the loops under the foot.
Yeah, loops under the foot, the blue tracksuit with the white double stripe down the arm.
Yeah, yeah.
And the cuff was blue with the white stripe.
Yeah, that was
Actually, bizarrely, if you look in my 1984 model making book, where there's a picture of a child painting an airplane with a brush and enamel paints, it's horrendous. He's wearing one of those tracksuits.
Yeah. Hugh Golden says, a what? A shell suit. They was around in the 80s, and you know them horrible tracksuit things that name we can't mention used to run around with doing these marathon runs for charity.
Yeah, shiny tracksuits that Scousers used to wear.
Yeah, garish colours and all of that lot. Who in the chat ever had one of them? It was one of those down our neck of the woods. It was like you wore one of them, you got instantly stabbed. You know what I mean? It was like,
well, it's fair enough.
Yeah,
Isn't it? I mean,
you know, it was a beatable offence type of thing. You know, but they were around
fair, I think.
shell suits.
Harsh but fair.
Yeah.
These orcs are big, man.
Were they a thing that lasted more than one summer? A shell suit.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah, they were around for the.
They were about, weren't they, for a bit of a length of time, from what I remember.
Yeah, they were around for like a big chunk of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but shell suits.
Don't forget, you know, shell suits were a thing when you were watching Bread. And then Harry Enfield came in the early 90s doing his loads of Manet, and they had a shell suit.
EJ says, I never had a tracksuit or shell suit, hated them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I had a tracksuit, I was like a child, so
yeah.
I've got an excuse there for that one.
Yeah. But yeah, shell suits and tracksuits were normally seen around Devon area. by holiday makers with wet mullet perms and things like that, and string vests and budgie smugglers, and yeah. Who'd have a mullet? Probably the same bloke who didn't have a fake ponytail, but you know, I had a mullet.
I only had a fake ponytail for about 6 weeks. After that, it was a real full-on human ponytail.
Yeah, I had a mullet
for many years. For many, many years.
But it's the fact you mocked me for me mullet and then admitted pretty much straight away that you had a stick-on ponytail. It's like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, you had a mullet, so mockery is in the contract.
Absolutely. Metal mullet.
That.
Yeah, I had that for a season. And then it was, yeah, pretty much shaved off. Done. All right.
Where's this part now?
The metal mullet.
3 sprues on this kit, and every single part is a hunt.
Is that a Berkeley hunt, or is it you're hunting for him in a genuine way?
I'm hunting for it in a genuine way.
Oh, right. I thought it was the rhyming slang that you was using.
No. Want that one with the... That's the one there.
Panzer says, I did not own one personally, but I was part of the research team trialling green parachute silk versions for issues to our armed forces. Well, this is it. This is where they pretty much originated from the old parachute silk suits, wasn't it? Jeff Light says, I'm glad you added holiday makers, Cole. Yeah, you know the ones I mean, Jeff. We've all seen them down that neck of the woods on holiday. You know the ones I mean, mate. Yeah. Grockles, is it you call them down there? But yeah.
I don't
know. Yeah.
Which back shall I give him? I shall give him
Rita's off to bed. He's been up since 5:30 a.m. and he needs some beauty sleep. There you go, Paul. Take care, buddy. Lovely to see you in, mate. See you about, perhaps see you in the Zoom sometime, mate. Be nice to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Be nice to catch up with you and have a giggle.
I'm going to reload my chat fully, if that kicks it in.
Yeah. You says I did have an iridescent suit, 4 inches wide side vent, short narrow lapels though. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. He says, yep, sometimes lemmings.
Sometimes lemmings.
Yeah.
Oops. Fucking bits everywhere.
Absolutely.
That bit. Need to give him one of them and one of them.
I must admit, I am glad I don't live in a tourist area. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah. Hey, there's a Scottish island up for sale for £190,000.
Oh, I'll go and buy it. Back in a minute.
It's literally just off the coast, and it's like about half a mile long, and it's just grass and rock, and it's about a foot above sea level. So a bit of a breeze, and you'll be flooded completely.
Yeah.
You could build something on there. It's only 1,000 miles to the nearest anything.
Oh, it's local then.
Yeah. But you could say, I own a Scottish island.
Yeah, I own an island. There you go.
35. I've got a choice of 3, and this is the first one I found, and I'm not hunting for the others, so I'll do this.
Oh, proud of you, soldier.
Yeah. They're actually extremely doing well at their parts spread as randomly across the sprues as possible on this one. This one is... I don't want this. It's down 40.
PJ says an ex of mine had a light blue and pink shell suit. The relationship ended suddenly. Something to do with me, a box of matches, and her shell suit. Good man.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do. You did the right thing there, son.
Yeah, correct decision was made there, PJ, mate.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
We stand by your decision.
You did the right thing, my son. You're right. Yeah. Right thing to do.
Yeah.
Somehow there, I tried to be all cockney and came out sounding like the guy that sells things in Fable 2. Welcome to my amazing Hall of Wonders. You could buy this mirror, which reflects nothing.
Yeah, it's a reflecting mirror of nothingness.
It is a magical mirror. He's got this great voice, this guy in Fable 2. It's a strange voice this character's got. That's the wrong thing, so I don't need that.
Oh, so we got a bit of that.
Edward Lennon says, they're hanging a little low and to the left right now, but I'm sure I'll be able to get them settled. And Hugh does say, but you can shout, get off my fecking island at everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yes, because Jeff asks if Edward's chakras are balanced. Panzer says, Fox, the island is close to where I live. Damn it, you can't get away from him, can you?
No. Just when we thought it was safe.
It's just like a little rock outcropping covered in grass, and there's a little water pool in the middle, which is just when the waves go over it, probably, for sheep. And I'd be like, people can put the sheep on the island to graze if they want, to pay me money. Be fine.
Absolutely.
Pay me money. It's what I want. I want your money. That's what I want.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
That is impressive, mate.
Yeah.
I
don't think I'll get this guy finished today.
Oh, I was building up hope then.
Well, it's taken me twice as long to get the parts off the sprue because they're all over the place.
Ah, see, I knew there'd be a reason.
But there's also the instructions are like really weird. Like, for example.
Here we go. Oh, Mum, I would have got 2 dudes done, but them instructions.
No, they're not hard, but it's just the way, like, here you go. You're like, let's build the captain. So you build the body. You go, do this bit, right. Now, stick on this gun that you built in section 1.
Yeah.
So you go to section 1 and it's like, here's a basic gun and here's all the crap you can put on it. So you've then got to figure out what bits are on that gun by just looking at it.
Yeah.
And going, oh, so it's that. And yeah, so then you have to find them. Rather than actually telling you how to build that gun. It's a bit weird the way they've done it.
Yeah.
Not just going one guy, but I guess it's so you can have like completely randomized weapons across the field.
Loads of bombs. Get your bombs here. £8 per pound. Got another load of them. See, that's got a drill on it as well. Got a bum
I think it's what you call an airship. You get it? Airship.
See what he did there? Yeah.
I'm quite clever.
Did you notice how I left that open-ended?
You keep your end to yourself, you filthy bugger.
Get killed, bugger.
Jeff says, oh, that Fox, reading chats out of order, thus ruining multi-comment jokes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw that, Jeff.
Hey, at least I go up the chat a bit. At least I don't just read the top bottom comments and then that's it.
Yeah, so yeah, I knew it would get back to being my fault.
Yeah, at least I scroll up.
Yeah, so there you go. It's never his fault, it's always mine.
Nope, it's never my fault.
Absolutely. So we've done really well tonight. We've been remarkably composed, haven't we? Really, we've only done a bit of light mockage.
Yeah, it's been a subdued evening, I think, tonight.
Yeah, I mean we're just knackered.
Yeah, I mean you're just knackered, obviously, because you've slept like about a minute.
Yeah, it's Oh, I should do standy up, please, in a sec.
Ooh, I've got exhaust tubes to drill out. Ooh.
Because, yeah, I'll do my standy upsies.
Standing up for the things.
Because
Hugh
I'm being
Gordon
good.
says, quite fancy loading it up on a wee island in my Kilton Sporran. There's literally nothing on the island, though. I mean, literally, it's rock with grass on it.
Hugh, the thought of you running around alone on a Scottish island in just your kilt and your sporran is quite disturbing, mate.
But somebody would fund it.
I dread to think what shenanigans you'd get up to.
You don't dread at all. You want to see it happen.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
You want to know. You want to experience this.
He would be that strange Jack Hackett style local where the boats go past and they go, and this is the island that no one goes to with the weird man. Yeah. And he'll be going, drink, feck.
This is such an island. We don't go there.
Yeah, and there he would be.
I mean, it's basically a bacon strip of land, like above the sea level. It's not. I can imagine every time there's a bit of wind, the whole thing will just get drowned in waves. It wouldn't be ideal. You'd have to build a really tall house.
He would be there with his blunderbuss, wouldn't he? Get up my land!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Obviously, in his Scottish accent.
Yeah. That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yeah. Hugh says, yeah, just me and the few sheep. Yeah. Come to Hugh's Island, where Hugh is Hugh and the sheep are nervous.
Hugh is Hugh and the sheep are probably underage.
Yeah. Don't ever change, Hugh. Don't ever change. Oh, the legend.
Legend. Well, gotta say, it's the first time I drilled out an exhaust pipe on a gun.
Oh, you go careful.
Only Oaks would have an exhaust pipe. I'm sure it's an exhaust pipe on a gun.
Obviously, they've been doing some exhaustive research.
This is rubbish.
That was lame, wasn't it? That was a bit... Yeah, sorry, folks. I won't do that again.
You will.
Yeah, I know I will. It's bound to happen, innit? I can't help myself.
Yeah, don't even believe when he says things like that. I won't do that again, lies.
Yeah, it's a bit like me saying, yeah, I am going to stop fettling.
Of course I'm listening, love.
How did that work?
Very well, thank you. I'm doing it all off camera, aren't I?
You like. You had one simple job.
You can just shut up.
Now, Lamekins.
Drilling. What?
Hugh says, I need me big wellies on. Yeah, stop them getting away.
Heard that rumour.
Bless him. And then PJ says, a really tall house on that island, Fox, would be called a lighthouse. Yeah, I get what you mean now, PJ.
I see, yeah. You know, there was a time many years ago when I actually started looking up how to become a lighthouse keeper, because I thought, you know what, I'd love to just live in a lighthouse, be by myself.
That would have been my ideal job, mate.
Yeah, as long as I had internet connection. I'd go along there with a whole mess of model kits. All you got to do is sit there and change the bulb.
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally you have to change a bulb. It's not exactly
Could have a bit of music in the background. Obviously, electric light orchestra. See what I did?
See what you did there.
You want me to stop,
yeah,
don't
get
you?
a bit of music going. I'm just going to go get myself some fresh water. Back in 1 second.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries, dear.
I'll turn the microphone off because I can't be bothered.
Yeah, that would be a great job. Mind you, I suppose now they're all automated. Don't know whether there's such a thing now as a lighthouse keeper. Wouldn't have thought so. I would have thought that, like you say, that's all done remotely now.
No. I have learned an interesting new indication that you're old.
Why?
Like as we're getting older and we start doing things that old people do. I've discovered this wonderful new thing where you get up from a chair and for the first 20 seconds you walk like an old man with rickets.
Yeah.
Like sideways waddling. Your legs, all my legs are stiff.
Yes. Yes, PJ. I had said that I was going to stand, mate.
Yes.
I just need to let these bite, and then I shall stand in a sec because I need both hands to grab the bench as I get up, mate.
You need hands.
So I shall do that imminently.
I can drill a hole in that one, unfortunately.
Or no.
Made of holes. I suppose I could.
Now, let's see whether I can do it that way. There you go.
If I can drill a las rifle out.
Oh, cue the old man noise. Ping.
Ping, ow.
Oh.
That's the sound of when something pops back in again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I felt that.
You're like, there it is. Oh, yes.
Oh. And it's that numbness working its way down your legs because you've suddenly stood up on legs that have gone to sleep. Yeah. Ministry of Michael Flatley's at your service. Hi, I'm Festa. I'm the leader of the Ministry of Silly Walks. God, that's going back now. The Ministry of Silly Books. Python reference. I got a Python reference in.
You did?
There you
I
go.
have to admit, as I've got older, I found Python less funny.
Yeah, it's not as funny now as I found it when I was a teenager. I still giggle at the lumberjack and the dead parrot. That.
Yeah, like when you first see it in your teen years, and you're like, oh, that's hilarious. But then nowadays you're like, eh. But then again, I suppose we can see everything. You can see what's come along afterwards and compare.
I watched an episode of The Young Ones recently, and it wasn't as I remembered it. You know.
Well, it's not really radical anymore, is it?
No, because different
it used
time.
To be radical and it used to be radical and subversive, but now it's like, okay.
PJ says, let us all watch as Fox stabs himself yet again with his drill. Yeah, that would be fun. Tell you what,
I've
Cole,
never stabbed myself with a
take
drill.
that off of there for a minute, and then it'll stop falling over you, lemon.
I'm not going to drill that out because it's too small. I can't get a good grip in it.
There you go.
It'll just have to be as it is. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is.
Let's try and
Another Python reference. There you go. Thank you.
Proud of you, soldier. Get your Python references here.
Was that Department of Arguments, wasn't it? Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
Yeah. Kevin says, I'd feel for the Highland cattle, Colin. Yeah, especially with them horns, that would give you something to grab hold of. Just imagine. No, I don't want to imagine you running around that island in his kilt and sporran.
You need to turn that part of your brain off, Cole, a bit, I think.
Yeah. No animals were hurt in the... No.
not doing you any favours.
It ain't, is it?
Can you imagine the worst things at the best of times? Or the best things at the worst of times? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Being in Festa's mind isn't a great place to be, is it?
There we go. Hugh Gordon says Balrocco Island, that's what it's called, Balrocco Island, sits in Fleet Bay, Dune Panzer's Way, offers around 150. Oh, it's 190 when I read it.
Yeah. What possibly could go wrong?
Yeah. All of it. See, as long as I could get stuff delivered and I had internet, I'd have no problem just living by myself away from human society.
Yeah, I mean, that whole Grizzly Adams cabin in the wilderness in Canada really does appeal, doesn't it?
As long as I had internet and I could get stuff delivered. That's the only...
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't quite go the full Grizzly Adams because I need Amazon deliveries. Screw that.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice?
It would be. Just to sit out on the lake and look over and then wonder if that noise was a bear that's about to come and bite.
Trouble is with that, if I fell under me cupboard and got my head stuck, it's going to be a long time before anyone comes and rescues me.
Yeah, it would be a bad day on the moon for you. But...
Yeah. Yeah, Fox plus knife equals blood. Plus smiley face as Candygram. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know where this rumour started.
Yeah, but you're not called Captain Stabby for no reason, mate.
They call me that because they hate me. They like to mock me for faults I don't have. I've never stabbed myself.
Hold on a minute. Mock you for faults you don't have? Well, let's rewind a minute.
I have no faults.
Oh, you're faultless, are you?
Yeah, I'm like a Volkswagen. I don't have faults. I have character quirks.
Yeah, you have eccentricities.
Design quirks, let's say.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah. It's not... Yeah, the leaky sunroof is not a design flaw. It's a character quirk.
Yeah, it's a
goddamn design flaw, you fascists. Change it free of charge.
Yeah.
I think that was on That's Life, wasn't it, many years ago? And they used to have some cars at Renault that came out. They always had, like, rattling, leaky sunroofs. And they were like, no, it's meant to be like that. It's a quirk of the character of the car. No, it's poorly designed. Get a refund. Nope. Yeah. Refund them, or we send Esther Ransom around with all those teeth. And they're like, we'll refund him now.
I can remember watching one bloke, Chuck, doing one of these DIY sunroofs. And he put the frame up, he drew around the outside of the frame and cut the hole out when he didn't realise he should have actually done it around the inner section of the frame. So literally he got the frame, put it back on the roof, and it just plopped straight through. It's like, yeah, see that lip there? Yeah, that's where you mark it to. Or better still, that bit of paper you threw away in the box. It's a template. The look on his face. Oh, could I just stick it back in? No.
Yeah, just weld that piece of roof back in.
Oh, mate.
A slightly bigger sunroof now.
There was many, many years of mockage out of that one.
There'd be some crying in the showers with that one, I think.
He was known as, isn't that the bloke who did the sunroof? Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
There you go, folks. Never do stuff to your own car. It's always never a good idea.
Brilliant, it was. Well, it's cheaper to fit it myself. You know, I wanted over 100 quid to fit that. Oh, I ain't paying that. It's like, yeah.
Now you know why.
But you wish you had paid the 100 quid now, mate. Didn't help, because by the time it got round, you know, there's like a dozen blokes now with mugs of tea going, yeah.
100 quid that, mate.
Yeah, cool. That's a big quid. Hole in it. You're not going to be able to fill that with a bit of P38.
That's a lot of lead, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's another bloke who can weld. I've got a rivet gun. You know, all the really unhelpful things were getting offered to him. And yeah.
What you need to do is you need to go to a scrapyard and buy an entire body shell.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then get him to take the roof off. But they might need a skip for that, so it's going to cost a lot.
Oh, yeah. One of them. Priceless.
People that can't be told and then screw things up.
Yeah.
People that think they know best.
Bloke trying to fill a hole in his wheel arch, and he's pumping the filler into the hole, and you could see it all coming out the other side and dropping onto the tyre. But we just sat there watching him make up more and more filler and putting it in the hole, and it's like, it's going to be a long day, this. Do you reckon he'll get through the whole pot?
Yeah. I used to work with a guy who had 2 fingers on one hand and 3 fingers on the other hand.
Yeah.
Because apparently once he tried to weld a hole in his fuel tank.
Oh. Oh, that was intelligent.
Yeah. Either he didn't empty it or he thought it was empty and it wasn't. But either way, shouldn't have done it.
No. What a spoon.
Yeah.
I know you shouldn't laugh, but that is up there, isn't it? I mean, come on.
Yeah. That's like a failed Darwin Award.
Yeah, that's proper spoon of the year stuff, that is, isn't it?
You know, my favourite Darwin Award was one where this person died because they took a tyre and they put it on this thing and made a swing.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the thing they made the swing of was a giant great sign, and the sign said, "Do not go near the edge of this cliff."
Oh.
So they made a tyre swing out of the big sign that says, "Stay away from the edge of the cliff," and of course they went over the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, but we're all blokes. If you see a bit of rope with a tyre on it or a bit of rope near a stream, you've got to see whether you can get from one side of the other on that bit of rope. We all do it. You see it and you think, oh, I've got to have a go on that. Despite the fact that our better halves will go, don't be a dick. It's going to end badly for it. No, I know what I'm doing, love. Yeah.
I watched a video once, and it's quite a sad video. It was, I don't know where it was, in Italy somewhere. Some guy, imagine there's like a little earthy thing, like a grassy bit, and then a drop of about 5 foot, and then a soily path. Yeah. And all he did was he just jumped down from this like little ridge onto the soily path. It's like about 5 foot. It's like, you know, you just jumped, he went, and he did like a ha-ha hero pose and he landed. He went, ha-ha, dumped down, stumbled a bit and fell down a 100-foot cliff. Oh, no. And then, so he just went, ha-ha, and then fell off, and that was it. And I was like, oh, that's not, and then somebody's security camera showed him as he was flying through the air, and it was like, oh, that's not good.
Oh,
what a way to go.
Yeah, not great.
That's not a good way to go. Oof. Yeah. Not a good way to go. It's like, especially when it's dumb.
Yeah, I always feel for these free climbers. It's like, yeah. And I don't know whether you've seen James Kingston. He does where he climbs cranes and hangs off of them with one hand.
I can't watch that. It stresses me out too much. I
can't help but think the law of averages says that at some point, you know, if you hammer a nail in 1,000 times a day, there's going to be a point where you hit your thumb with the hammer, isn't there?
Well, that's for them, though. That you can understand that's part of their thrill.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's part of the thrill, but part of you thinks sooner or later,
the law of averages is going to come and visit you. And
Yeah, I mean, I've sat and watched what he does, him and the bloke called Mustang Wanted. And yes, I get the whole thrill-seeking side of it, you know, free climbing up the Dubai Tower and the antennas and just standing there. But there are risk of what could go wrong.
There's a video on YouTube, a really catchy song and a gorgeous animation. And the song's just called Dumb Ways to Die.
Yeah.
And it's like dumb ways to die. And it's just so, the animation is an advert for some like Melbourne Railway service. But it's like, you have to, when people finish watching this, go and look up Dumb Ways to Die, the song. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's so funny.
Angus Allen is in. Says, I time in just as Colin describes Tarzan syndrome. Yes.
G'day, bro.
Yeah, these free climbers, it's like, yeah. I just sit there and think, oh, it could just go so wrong. But I think that's because as we age, we become very aware of our mortality, don't we? And whereas when you're young, nothing can go wrong. It can't touch you. It won't happen to you. And Edward Leonard sums it up. Stupid is as stupid does. Absolutely, mate.
My favourite, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose, you know, the thrill seekers, I can see why they do it. I think they still think they're dumb. It's incredibly stupid.
Oh, yeah. But it's that adrenaline rush, isn't it? You know, it is.
Some people are wired.
It's just how you're wired. Exactly.
Whereas I was born risk averse and I'll die risk averse. Hopefully I'll die. But I'm like, hell, I don't even like driving down the motorway. I drive down the inside lane at 50 on a motorway in a modern car just because
you're proper drive Miss Daisy, aren't you?
I don't like driving on the motorway. It terrifies me. So because I'm completely mortal. I don't die. But at least the thing is, if you're climbing up the whatever tower, and it's 1 billion feet up, you know what? If you fall off, you're not going to know.
Of course you're not.
You'll be like, I'm falling. Gone.
Yeah. Well, it's that terminal velocity, isn't it? So.
Yeah, you'll be blissfully unaware when the journey stops.
Yeah.
One would hope, anyway.
Kevin's out of here, guys. Many thanks for a great evening and stream. Catch you all later. Thanks for coming in, Kev. Always a pleasure, mate. And we'll see you Saturday on the Friends. See you Saturday in the Zoom Hangout after the Warhammer show, and see you Sunday on the Festa and Friends, mate. Love to you and Jackie. Thanks for your support, mate.
Jabella.
Absolutely. Always nice to see him.
Ways to Die. Oh, man. It's just a great song. Got to look it up. The little dudes in it are so amusing. And it was actually done as an advert for, like, I think Melbourne Light Rail or something.
Yeah.
And it's only the last of the 3-minute song. It's only the last 2 things that are actually anything to do with railways. Like, don't stand on the tracks and don't go through a level crossing, you know. But it just became a cult hit.
Everyone say night to Kev.
Good night, Kevin.
Absolutely.
Jeff Light says it sounds like some of the lemmings we get here every summer. Do you want to know an interesting fact?
Go for it.
You want to know a really interesting fact? You know this whole mythos of lemmings all doing like mass group suicides and stuff?
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you know it's a complete lie?
Oh, there you go.
And it's actually a lie perpetuated by Disney.
Oh, right.
Because it does occasionally happen in lemming society, but it's very rare, and it's like, 1 or 2 individuals. But Disney are making some like wildlife type film, like in the 60s or something.
Yeah.
Saying, here is the lemming, and the lemming blah, 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 when the population gets too great. And they just film these lemmings going over this cliff, and they just kind of force them off this cliff by pushing them off.
Oh, that's nice of them.
And then they started this thing by saying, lemmings, they all commit suicide when there's too many of them. It's like, actually, they don't.
Yeah.
It's complete nonsense made up by, because they just had footage of it and they made it. And they're like, well, let's just make this bullshit up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice of them.
It's not actually true. Yeah, not actually true.
Responsible for a lot, isn't they?
It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen occasionally.
Yeah.
But only very, very rarely, and usually because lemmings are stupid more than anything else.
Ross is off saying night. All night, Ross. Take care, Ross. Mate. There you go, mate. Edward says hi and night, Ross. No worries, mate. Everyone's saying good night to Ross. Have a good kip, mate.
Yep. Jabella. So you always learn something with your Uncle Fox.
Oh, there you go, mate. Good factoid, mate.
Learning things with Uncle Fox.
Absolutely. Oh, it's been a nice little chill out, isn't it, this Friday?
Yep. Tomorrow I'll explain how to make hooch out of grandma's underwear and a dead cat.
Why is it? I can imagine you doing that.
My how-to guys. Today's how-to guide.
Grayson, Mr. Chumley Warner here. Today I'm going to train this through grandma's underwear. Hot.
Ingredients: you'll need a dead cat.
Yes. One pair
Also
of air-groom
grandma.
plated grandma's panties.
Yes. If you don't have a grandma, then just steal one. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
Now make sure you go for a small grandma, because it can be hard to get on the roof rack of your Morris 1000. So,
Yeah.
if they're rather loud.
Yeah, no grandmas will make her making this program.
Because they were dead.
Yeah.
I was trying the other day to do a proper I can't remember the guy's name now, but the classic Pathé newsreader.
Yeah.
Now the one that says soldiers.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
I wanted to do a video doing that kind of Pathé newsreel, but I can't get the voice in because it's on hold till I can do it.
Yeah.
This is James Johnson. He likes to make toy soldiers. I just can't get it.
It was that proper Pathé newsreel voice, wasn't it? Soldiers.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's got that real nasal.
Harold
It's
something,
the trend
was
of
it?
the 1960s. It's what?
Probably Harold something. That's normally they was called Harold, wouldn't they?
His name. Harold. He was quite well known from like during the war and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But he just had this specific.
I love
Very
watching
nasal
old
voice.
Pathé newsreel.
Go and check out their YouTube channel. There's tons of stuff on there.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff. Because I watched that kind of thing and I sit there thinking, what happened to these people? What happened to the rest of their lives? And
Yeah.
what happened after they died?
Yeah, but you start a
And I
Google journey then. That's the fun.
Yeah. The
That
best
is
one
the
ever I did.
fun.
I watched one about this guy from the 1950s it was.
Yeah.
And it was this guy who built like a railway in his backyard, like a miniature railway
Right. Yeah.
in his back garden. And it wasn't like, little H8, it was like quite a big train, but it was like this
Yeah.
whole, and he had like, he said him and his wife, he was like, Mr. Johnson and his wife here, and inside the house was like a whole train station he'd made up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like with the ticket office and everything. He made it so, and he had timetables. He went the whole hog and made it like a real
nice
thing.
one.
And he went through his garden and his covered railway and everything. And it was like, wow, that's amazing. And I thought, but there's this house with this like massive, he spent 20, 30 years building it and all this. I wonder what happened. So I went to look him up. And he only died about 10 or 15 years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The house is still there, and his son carried on the tradition with the railway in the garden, and it's still there.
Oh, wow.
And then I watched a film about this chap who built like 9 or 10 foot long model boats in this small flat above a shop. And I was telling Ted, and Ted said, "Yeah, I knew that guy.
Oh, wow.
He was kind of legendary around where we were, and I saw some of his boats once." It's like, I often look at them and think, what happened to these people? Where did they
Where
go?
did they all end up? Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was watching the one about the Sunblessed bakery.
Yeah.
Which is the one where the Baps thing came from.
Oh,
Here they
right.
come.
Yeah.
Baps. Look at that. Lovely Baps. Ovens full of Baps.
Lovely Baps. Other Baps are available.
I used to look at that and think, what happened to the people in there making that bread? And I looked it up, and the building's still there, and it's not a bakery anymore and stuff, but it's a listed building now. And like, I just looked at all the people and think, what happened to all the people working in the bakery and making them? They had lives.
Yeah, where'd they all end up?
Yeah, and it's like, I sit there sometimes and I think, here's a shot of like a street, and one of them was, I think, it was like a fountain in I think, London somewhere. It was a summer's day, and it was just in the early 70s, people like sitting around this fountain, kids playing with toys and things. Just like, it was a nice summer's day. Like in Hyde Park or somewhere, I don't know, somewhere like that. I'm thinking, what happened to those people? But more importantly, they won't remember that they were even filmed.
No, that's right. Probably oblivious.
Yes. How many of us are walking around every day without even realising that 100 years from now, we might be on a film somewhere doing something?
Yeah.
It's like, and you look at all this old footage from like the early 20th century, people coming out of coal mines and stuff, and it's like they didn't even know.
Didn't even know they was being filmed, especially when it's filmed locally by local TV stations. No one knows.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they're kept for all posterity on these films, and they're in archives. And, you know, 100 years from now, someone might watch a video or a film and see, like, you or me or somebody.
Yeah.
And we won't know.
I'd love to go through the National Archives film galleries, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd spend days in there, mate. Just going through old newsreel and stuff, just to observe it all and get a feel for the time. Because,
there's something, I don't know what it is with me, but there's something about looking at old film, and I mean specifically late 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Doesn't work for the 80s, doesn't work for the 50s so much, a little bit in the 50s. But there's something about watching, especially, colour footage from that time.
Yeah.
That just mesmerizes me and transports me into, like, it's almost puts me into a state of mind where I'm almost there, and I can smell, if it's a sunny day, I can smell the warm tarmac or the plants in the garden, whatever it is on the film.
Yeah.
And it almost becomes, I can't really explain it in words, but it almost becomes like tangible.
Yeah.
It's just something about it. I'm like, I'm there, and it's weird. It's like a black
You're
hole.
You're in that zone, aren't you?
Yeah, I find it immensely rewarding and relaxing just to see this old footage of just stuff from those times.
Yeah, Stefan Last says, my eyelids are getting heavy, so I think I'll head for the sleepy furniture thing. Thanks for the show, and I'll see you all next time. Not a problem, Stefan. Thanks for coming in, mate, and spending your evening with us. We really do appreciate it, mate.
Yeah. For some reason, I just heard Nick Ross going, and please, don't have nightmares.
Yeah.
Sleep well.
You know, the chat at the end of the day are the most important part of the show. They're what matters.
Is that still going, Crime Watch?
I don't know, mate. I've not watched it since Jill Dando died. It's the last time I saw an episode of that programme. I don't know whether it's still a thing. Got no idea, mate.
I remember I watched one years ago that was long after I'd stopped watching it. It was like, wow, this became crap. I've got the tune in my head now.
Yeah.
In its
I
heyday,
honestly don't
80s,
know whether it's still a thing. I mean, in its heyday, it solved a lot of crimes, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, and it was exceptionally popular viewing as well in its day at the time. Once a month on BBC.
Well, when it first started, it was done really well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thoughtfully. There you go. It was done thoughtfully.
You've got the tune in my head now.
Yeah, I can hear you in the background.
Yeah, great tune.
Yeah, don't do no more though, just in case monetisation.
Yeah, I'm not. I know. That's why I didn't do that much.
Bless him.
Tell you what I did find the other day.
What's that?
I found the Spotify page of the guy that wrote all the music for Time Team.
Oh right, yeah.
And he's put all the music for Time Team on it.
Oh, good man. Suppose he would when he wrote it all.
Yeah, well, it was on SoundCloud for a while, but he removed it.
Yeah.
And I assumed he'd removed it because they're using it on the videos now. But it's like, no, it's on Spotify. Oh, I'll have
happy days. Get in there.
I need to go in and download all that.
I can see that being used.
Well, I can't use it anywhere, can I?
Oh, has he copyrighted it all?
Well, it's still being used on Time Team.
Oh, is it? Well, I didn't know whether it's still going, you know what I mean? Just making conversation,
well, yeah, it's copyright anyway, because it'd be Channel 4 that would have owned the copyright originally, or whoever owns Time Team now, so.
Yeah, Panzer's heading back to work, catch you over some of the weekend streams. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm sure I'll see you about.
Yes. I had no fear as a teenager, says Edward Leonard. I raced motocross and had a 185 Suzuki, a 250 Suzuki, a 360 Yamaha Enduro, and a Triumph Trophy Trial 500.
Good,
I have so many wrecks that I can't even remember. The body feels it.
Yeah, that's the problem, mate, as we age. All them falls we had suddenly come back and haunt us, mate.
Yeah, all those things that we didn't feel when we were younger, we start feeling now.
Yeah.
Because they're still there. The body never forgets. The body
exactly.
never forgets.
Yeah, some of my oldest metal work is due to motorcycle crashes.
Mm-hmm. I've never, ever ridden on a motorbike. I've ridden on a moped for like about 2 minutes before I hit a concrete thing and ding the wheel, but that was it.
Yeah, it is a thrill, I must admit. I miss motorcycling more than I do driving. Everyone's saying good night to Panzer. No worries, yeah. Panzer's at work, so he's got work to do. Bless him.
All my shavings in there like a spoon. What am I doing that for? Good night, Panzer. Do 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 do. I don't know where that just came from.
A TV show, wasn't it? Good night, sweetheart.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an old World War II song or something?
Yeah, it's a World War II tune that was the intro of a Nicholas Lyndhurst TV show.
That's it, Nicholas Lyndhurst. He's going to be in something, isn't he? It was announced he's going to star in something, and it was like, really?
He never seems to age, does he?
No, he's going to be a star in something, and it's something really unusual, like American thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he's going to be in. He's going to be in...
Good luck to him.
Because I saw it and thought, oh, that's cool, because he's like...
Yeah, I don't think his talent has ever really been fully appreciated, and I don't think he's...
Humor.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I was more impressed that the Americans know who he is.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's it? I can't remember what it was, though.
Proper blast from the past there, Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Yeah. Somebody will have to look it up and see what he's going to be in. It's some American series, like, I don't know.
Fair play to him, mate.
To be in. Oh, yeah.
Goes that way, you filch. Like that.
Filch. Now, don't forget, folks, if you want to support this channel.
Oh, yeah, I'll see what you're doing.
Patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, and keep this channel alive, because Festa does this for a living, and he counts on you to put food on his table. So go to patreon.com//Festa67's workshop, or press the join button under any of his content and become a channel member. Either way, you get access to loads of good stuff and the free 24/7 Zoom Hangout and associated Facebook chat group. Do that now if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and press that notification bell.
Absolutely. And tell your friends to come and visit the channel and subscribe as well, folks. It all helps. Helps me grow the channel at the end of the day.
Tell all your friends, I am the knight.
You know, and subscription is free. It costs nothing.
And don't forget, of course, go and check out all the links in the description below for his Amazon stores and all that kind of good stuff. Other ways to help the channel out. Spend money and keep Festa alive.
Keep him alive. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. If you don't keep him going, they'll just end up like selling him off, and he'll become like a Butlins or something.
Yeah, he'll become a discarded antique. Yeah,
it'd be like one of them abandoned fairgrounds.
Yeah, but I don't want to be abandoned.
I'm on season 5 now of Supernatural, by the way.
Oh, mate, proud of you, soldier.
And it's really good now. It's really good.
It's gotten better, is it?
It's definitely left season 1 behind. It's been good since season 2, but season 4 and 5, yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching it midway through season 1. It was like, yeah, I'm losing the will to live now.
I was struggling, but I stuck with it because it's so many episodes and it's stuff to watch while I'm eating my dinner.
Yeah, H is a fan of it. You know, she kept saying to me, go back to it. Well,
I was desperate because it's like, I like to have something to watch while I'm eating my dinner, but I'd watched House 3 times. I watched all these other things. I'm like, got nothing to watch. There's literally nothing I can watch now.
House is brilliant. I think that is a great show.
I've been through House twice, I think, now. Somehow I managed to watch it, or 3 times even, watch it, and then watch it again a year later.
So about 2 years after that. Yeah.
Well, I watched it again, I'm like, I don't remember any of this, and it's only been a couple of years.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I forgot about that entire character. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. His relationship with Cuddy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Deepa, deepa, deepa. Deepa. Deepa, deepa, deepa.
Yeah. Again, I can remember when I first heard that Hugh Laurie was doing that show. It's like, oh, that ain't going to work. And yeah, how wrong we were.
He did his audition. He recorded his audition in the toilet.
Mm.
In an airport, I think, if I remember rightly. Because he was like, oh, fine, I'll just do a quick taper it, whatever.
Yeah.
Do.
He done well out of it, though.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh.
Why did I know that was going to go off as soon as I picked them 2 bits up to glue them together? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't be gluing these together. That alarm's going to go off in a minute. There it goes.
Is that from 24? I can never remember where that's from.
Yeah, it's the CTU ringtone, mate, from 24.
Get out of bed, Age. Get out of
Where
bed.
you get to see Kiefer Sutherland running around a lot saying, damn it.
I only actually got about 2 episodes into that.
Yeah.
It bored me. And I only got about, I think, halfway through season 1 of Designated Survivor or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's partly because half of the cast are from the West Wing, and I'm like, that's just that guy from the West Wing, and he's not. No.
Yeah.
And I just finished watching the West Wing, so I'm like, this isn't funny. I don't like it.
Yeah. West Wing is the best one ever, isn't it? I love that show.
West Wing is the best thing ever made by humans.
It's the best political one by a mile, mate. I think every character in there works.
Exactly. I mean, apart from the Butterball hotline scene, which is just absolute chef's kiss gold.
Yeah.
Apart from that, my favourite bit is where he's got that guy who's come to advise him on this submarine, and he says, "Oh, not him! I hate that guy."
Yeah.
And this guy's talking to the VP, to his chief of staff, and he's just head down on the desk, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh God, am I still here?" Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry,
my God, this isn't a dream. God. I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What was his chief of staff called? I forgot his name.
It was Leo, wasn't it?
Leo, that's it.
He sadly died in real life, didn't he? The actor John Spencer that played him. Leo McGarry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But,
CJ became the chief of staff. Oh,
yeah, CJ Craig.
CJ was.
Yeah.
CJ Craig. Oh,
God, I haven't long finished watching West Wing. I want to watch it again now.
I know, it's just fantastic characterization, fantastic scripts, and just incredible casting because all the cast were brilliant.
I don't think there was a bad actor in that show.
No, not one I could think of at all.
I don't think there was characters in there that I didn't particularly like. I could relate to them quite. Yeah, they just worked, didn't they? Some of the characters probably weren't as great as others, but
they're all kind of good though.
They all done their thing their own way, and it worked. That was the thing. Yeah, she played that really well, didn't she? Alison Janney, wasn't it? The lady.
And that guy who played the reporter, who is the one that was in 30-something, and every time you see him, you think, oh, that's that guy from 30-something.
Oh,
that's
Danny.
That's all anybody ever thinks when the actor comes on screen. Oh, it's that guy from 30-something.
Yeah, it's Danny, that is, from the West Wing, yeah. Damn, I'm sad for knowing most of the characters.
And I remember accidentally watching an episode of 30-something about a year ago.
Yeah.
And having not seen it since it first came out. And it was like, this is the only episode I remember, and it's this one. Oh.
Jeff Light says, I thought Nicholas Lyndhurst retired after his son sadly passed away. No, he's been coaxed out of it to do this show. And I think, it was tragic what happened to his lad, and I think he's just doing it because he likes the script, and that's going to be his swan song. So fair play, mate. But PJ also says that Kiefer Sutherland's new show, Rabbit Hole, on Paramount Plus is brilliant. I'd love to see it, PJ, but I haven't got Paramount Plus, mate.
I do have that. What's it about?
I've got no idea, mate.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm talking to the chat as well as you.
All right, I'll shut up then.
Yeah, go on then. What was I going to say?
Nice of you.
Can somebody in chat look up what Nicholas Lyndhurst's new thing is? Because I'm determined to find out now, and I can't do it right now.
Bloody charming.
I know, honestly.
I'd leave you here on your own if you want.
Hey.
There you go.
Easy.
Yeah.
What are my two best qualities? I'm cheap and I'm easy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to drill a barrel, drill out my barrel.
What?
Drill out the barrels of gun. You see what I did there?
I did.
You like that little flourish on the end?
I am impressed.
Little extra.
Right, we'll get them on there.
Get them on there, like that. Get it on.
I'll give to Doris another couple of minutes, and then I shall give her a buzz.
Give her a kick up the bum.
Oh, no, I'm not that brave.
Well, she'd fall over anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd go well for me, that, wouldn't it?
I'm neither that brave nor that stupid.
Yeah.
And
So what part
or.
of that did you feel would end well for you? None of it, dear. I didn't think it through because I'm a bloke.
None of it, but I felt committed to do it once I thought about it. True definition of a bloke. Thinks of something, realise it's a bad idea, and still do it. And
Yeah,
go,
absolutely. Yeah, do not press this red button. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to press that button. Jeff Light says apparently he's in the reboot of Fraser. That's it.
That's it.
Kelsey Grammer, wasn't it? Was the original Fraser?
Yeah, because he's not going to have Niles in it. I think Kelsey Grammer's moved somewhere. I don't know if he's actually moved to England.
Yeah.
But he's going to play an English character, obviously. But
yeah,
it's Niles isn't going to be in it. That's because I remember seeing that and thinking, how do the Americans even know who Nicholas Lyndhurst is?
Yeah. Yeah, it was ever so sad, wasn't it? He's young lad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have that
Good deed
on
goes
there.
unpunished.
Let's try and get them to reasonably marry up because, yeah, it will mess with my OCD.
What you lining up?
The props.
Ooh.
Because it will bug me if one's bronzed compared to the other. It's going to eat at me until I change it. So
you'd be like,
be like that bloody propeller. Well bronzed.
I've not even finished cleaning up this orb yet.
Oh, mate, I'm nearly. I've got no more bits left to cut off the sprue, put it that way.
You're rocketing ahead there.
Yeah, but it's how I build, isn't it?
That's just the way you build.
You know, this will end up sat in a box waiting to be painted for probably another 5 months. So.
The one with building fast.
But,
build for fun.
Yeah, it just gets it ready to be picked up and painted when I fancy painting it. Stash ain't going to build itself.
The good thing for you as well is because you never know from month to month where you'll be doing and what you'll be doing and what kind of state you'll be in. It's nice to have a stash of stuff there ready to paint so that when you think, right, I can paint now, you can go bang, 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 and just do loads of painting all in one go.
Well, this is it. And also I know what's looming, so to speak.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a point where I can't do the buildy thing anymore. So I'm speed building pretty much everything I own because of that. And just in case that I'm prepared for when that comes. So, yeah. And it's not a get the violins out. It's just I know it's going to happen. So rather than me sit there and kick myself for not taking the opportunity of building stuff whilst I could, I want to get it done and nailed.
Just being practical about it, aren't you?
I'm very practical and realistic, mate. I'm chilled about it. It is what it is. End of. But yeah. It just gives me scope where I can come back to all of this and sit and paint it as and when at my leisure. So, yeah. Who's to say? You know, it might be imminent. It might be a few years away, but...
It'll be a long time away, you don't know.
When you're told to prepare for the next stage, you kind of listen.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So...
Maybe camera again, don't I?
Yeah. So that's what it's all about. I'm putting plenty of glue on here because I'm going to use it to smooth down these seams. Once that's gone off and squished out, I can then come back at that.
Squish.
He says optimistically, looking for one of them. Shut that up for a minute. There you
Get
go.
you out of bed, as Craftman would not say.
Go. Happy days. See, that gets that.
New Craftsman video up.
Oh, is there? I'll have a look at that later.
He gets a dollar store plastic car and turns it into a Mad Max kind of thing.
Oh, does he?
I think he's got back to the actual doing craft again now.
Crafts, man. Has Craft's son been in it? Craft's son.
I only saw the first couple of minutes before I had to stop watching.
Oh, Craft's son, adorable.
Oh, yeah.
If you've not watched Craftsman, one, you need to tell us why.
Yep.
Because it is up there on the list of really important things you need to watch.
Channels you must subscribe to. Craftsman. No T. No T in Craftsman.
Exactly, Craftsman. Oh, have I got that?
Sorry, tickly cough, hang on. Oh,
Tickly cough, boom, boom. Now you're back. I'm just going to mute whilst I ring H.
Okay. Oh, so let's have a look at chat. See what's chat doing. Oh, I've got all the body fluids coming out at the minute. Oh. I do apologise. The pimpage break was brought to you by the Specsavers Cleanup of the Week, Fox Orbison. I don't know where this started, you know. John Weir, Sutherland, is a corporate spy adept at deception and ruining lives. A mysterious cabal turns the table on him, framing him for a murder. A game of cat and mouse ensues. Ah, okay. I won't watch that then. That sounds not interesting to me. Oh. That Star Trek finale, that Picard finale tonight, blimey, Riley. Oh, so good, so good. So good.
You sounded just like Ronnie, my uncle, then. Blimey, old Riley.
Blimey, Riley.
I heard that in donkey's years.
Blimey, Riley. I say it occasionally, not very often.
Blimey, old Riley used to go. You'll never guess what. What?
I don't know where I got it from.
Yeah. And he used to do proper pigeon head when he said it. Here, him down the street. Here,
Afghani style.
Yeah, proper pigeon head.
All right.
Yeah. Proper old school.
Tickle
legend.
going on. Hang on.
You and your tickles. What you like? Get your tickles here, folks. Free for £1. We've all got these little.
Oh.
We've all got these little quirks when we go live. May I yawn? Fox gets the sniffles.
I do.
We've just got these little quirks, and yeah,
it's something I get every, once or twice a week, where there's something in the back of my throat to the point where I almost gag. It's like a real nasty little scratchy. I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, eyes water, nose runs, and I feel like I'm about to throw up.
No, lamekins.
And then it goes away.
See, so that sits on top of there like that.
I'm exuding Festa's fluids all over the place.
Yeah. Get your Festa's fluids here, folks, free for £1.
I'd rather not have all these Festa's fluids, but there you go.
So, and that'll sit something like that. It's not glued at the moment because I've got to paint it all. But yeah, it's coming along, isn't it? It's a weird looking little gubbins, isn't it? It's like proper.
It's all steampunky.
Yeah, it's proper steampunky. Oh, you look at that, geez. But
well, they're like dwarves, aren't they? But so it's all like steam and.
Yeah, so I kind of don't want to put the big bowl on the top. Yeah, but that's how it's going to go. But I can work round it, get all of that done, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get to the dashboard, the wheelhouse, and all of that lot.
Yeah, you got to think about your painting, or don't you?
You got to think of your painting, but that can pretty much go at that stage, because I've got me dude over here who does the driving, the pilot, whatever you want to call him.
Would he be the driving dude then, by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much. And that one on the back there I can get to because you move the rudder out the way, you see? So that'll be a turny, ruddery type thing.
Turny.
Bombs I'm not worried about. They're cheap as chips to get to. But all in all, I'm pretty chuffed with that little thing. It's a quirky little thing. H got me this a couple of Christmases ago.
Yeah, a lot of the Hadron stuff is quite interesting.
Yeah, she likes it because of the steampunk look of it all, and she's like, "Oh, I'd love it to do them for us." So this is H getting into Warhammer, folks.
Yeah,
before she doesn't realise she's down the hole. Got an update for you about this rabbit hole. He says John Weir, Sutherland is a corporate spy adept at deception and ruining lives. A mysterious cabal turns the table on him, framing him for a murder. It's a game of cat and mouse that then ensues.
I read that one.
I know you did, but I was on the phone to H at the time.
I know. I like listening to you say it.
Yeah, I know. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not my bag. My bag of tea. No, my cup of tea.
Really?
So I shall pass.
You're not into a bit of the old sleuthery stuff?
Spies and espionage. Nah. Mystery thrillers. Nah.
God, you're such a tart.
No, it's not my thing.
Yeah, like I say, it's each to their own.
It's like all the what are those ones with the actor chap and the thingy protocol and the he's always on the run and it's all spy stuff.
Oh, the Bourne Supremacy and the Bourne Ultimatum, Jason Bourne stuff.
Yawn. I watched one of them and I was like, yawn.
Says the bloke who spent 16 hours watching Bluey.
That's because Bluey's awesome.
Just saying.
That's because Bluey is awesome, but espionage thriller types is...
Bluey is awesome, folks.
Bluey is awesome.
Bluey needs to be shot.
You can just shut up.
You don't approve of that, do you?
No.
You're going to tell your mum, and your Festa went and said Bluey needs to be shot.
Bluey's 7 years old. You want to shoot a 7-year-old?
Yeah, but it's Bluey, isn't it?
Don't matter.
Noms.
Hello. Who'll be emailing me at this time of night? Let me guess. Spamage. Let's have a look, shall we? Gimme swag. It looks like you've left something behind.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the thing I can't pay for yet because you've
That'll
got to
be
get
Matt
500
Damon,
people.
that will saying, yeah, my films ain't boring, you tart.
No, it's the it's quite bizarre because it's the Slackworm miniature.
Oh, right.
And they said you left it behind, but the thing is, you don't pay for it now. You say you put your stuff through, and then they have to get a minimum order of 500 units.
Oh, right, yeah.
Before they make it, and if they don't get 500 by the deadline, they just don't make it.
Yeah.
You don't pay any money.
That
when
makes
they did
sense.
They did a big long boy plush Slackworm, and I got one for my mum for Christmas, and they got to 500, so she got like number 273 or something.
Oh, nice one.
The big long 2 foot long like pillow of Slackworm.
Yeah. ECI the hosing, question mark, he says, laugh out loud. How you doing, EC? Lovely to see you, mate.
Yes, welcome.
I hope you're doing all right.
EC Idaho.
Jeff Light says, I used to watch 24 a lot in the past. Yeah, I've watched the show a couple of times, and yeah, it's one of them, innit? I loved the concept of it being in real time. I thought that was good. But after season 2, it kind of started repeating itself a bit, for me anyway.
I watched a handful of episodes and was like, yeah, I'm checking out now. It's not interesting to me.
Full of episodes.
Says you've watched one episode of Bluey. Shut up.
Yeah, but come on. Yeah, but 24 Bluey.
Yeah, but a handful of episodes, and just like you did with Supernatural.
Got midway through season 1 on Supernatural, I have, you know.
Yeah, probably.
What I did with The Walking Dead, I stopped halfway through season 2 because I just found it a bit.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me.
You know.
Supernatural gets quite amusing later on.
Same with Picard. Season 1 just bored me rigid. Whereas, folks are now saying that it's up to its game, so I shall give it another go.
Yeah, season 1 and 2 were season 1 was gash, season 2 was slightly less gash, season 3 was kick ass, and that's the last one.
We've got that. We've got all of that. We've done that. Stand is pre-built. Yeah, that's how that will sit. Totally understand.
Gentlemen, pre-build your stands.
That is pretty much built. That ain't bad going.
I'm a little concerned about these flash kits, whether I should glue the arms on or not.
What, that they're kits and they're flash? Oh, you're a flash kit, you are.
That's not a concern. But it's like the weapons are so complex and got so many things on them, so ornate. And they've got such ornate outfits. If I can, I don't know if I'll be able to get round the back of the weapons to paint them and to paint the bodies.
Yeah.
But I don't like gluing arms on afterwards.
ECI, the host, says, I've just finished Mandalorian Season 3 and Picard Season 3. He says Season 3 was very good of Picard. Yeah, I haven't watched. I watched midway through Season 1 and started losing the will to live, to be honest with you. And I will go back and rewatch it because a lot of folks have said it's worthy of it. And it's Season 3 of Mandalorian. I watched Season 1 and I haven't seen no more of that.
Yeah, Season 2's... The Mandalorian's pretty good. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
It does seem to go... Mandalorian seems to be one of those, like, they somehow fill 45 minutes with not much.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the whole I get the whole Grogu's cute bit, but come on, give us something a bit to get our teeth into.
Oh, no, it has that as well. Don't you know? It's got loads of other stuff that ties into the lore, you know, and you've got Bo-Katan and loads of other stuff, and the dark saber and all this other stuff that ties into Rebels and all the other animated series.
See, I only see Season 1 of it, so I've probably, like I say, got to update and catch up with a lot of it. So, yeah, I like that. That's as far as I can go with that one because it's all in its sub-assembly. So I'm going to sit and just do a bit of chat dollying whilst Fox is doing his
I did a little bit of squee when they did an advert for Ahsoka, the new series of Ahsoka.
Ahsoka?
Because they had live-action cast members of the Rebels crew. Well, one of the Rebels characters was in the third season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But they also showed live-action versions of some of the characters in the Ahsoka series. Like, oh, look, there's Sabine Wren. Oh, and there's the other one. And Captain Syndulla.
Right.
Oh, awesome. Oh, and look, and there's Ezra. Yeah, so there's lots of good stuff.
Jeff Light says he's going to watch the last episode of Season 3 Saturday evening, Mandalorian. Nice.
Yep. If you're done, by the way, if you want to finish, because I probably won't get this guy built tonight.
We'll go on until 3, mate, if that's all right.
Yeah. If you're happy to do that, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I mean, it's only another 10 minutes, mate. But yeah, and that'll be me then, because I was in Zoom before the show, so I've gone over my limit a bit. But I just wanted to catch up with me mates because I hadn't seen them for a few days. And
have you got her out of bed yet?
Yeah, I've rung her. She insisted that she was getting up. I did point out that I'm live. And if I didn't hear the sound of her trotters tiptoeing around upstairs, that, you know, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah, you did that. See, the downside is now you've got all these fancy filters on your mic. I can't hear the boiler going.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just makes it better for the audience, doesn't it? You know, because this room can be a bit noisy because I've got my aquarium, my boiler, 2 computers. And
I realised about 2 weeks ago that somehow, over all these years, I haven't had a noise filter on my microphone. I've had a limiter, and I've had a compressor, but I've not had a noise gate.
Yeah.
So I was listening back to some of my video gaming videos, and you can hear the fans on my PC when I'm not talking. It's like, I wish
I had known that. I would have sent you a message. Yeah, them really annoying fans. Damn, I missed an opportunity to get you back.
And then I realised when I was doing something else, I was like, how did I never put a noise gate on here? So I'm make sure I install one now. And when I stop talking now, it literally just stops.
Yeah. Out of interest, folks, how is Fox's audio tonight? Just out of interest. And if you can give us an honest answer, I know you want to mock him, but how's his audio tonight? I just want to, just out of interest.
Going through StreamYard, isn't it? So there's no filters at my end on it. So you get what it is. It'll be a bit boomy and echoey because whenever I have a microphone here and I've got my flat workbench, it reflects the sound up and it puts a bit of bass into it.
He's interfered before I even said the reason why I wanted you to say that, but not to worry.
No, I don't know what you say.
Yeah.
But
yes. Yeah. Just curious, that was all.
Say it's bad because they can still hear me.
No.
Yeah, it's terrible. I can still hear him. He won't shut up.
It's just I've put filters and noise gate on your audio that comes in as well. I said this to you the other day. But I just wanted to see whether or not it's made a difference because a few people the last time we streamed said you sounded a bit tinny.
That was a slapback echo, that.
Yeah, I know, but again.
Yeah, putting echoes and noise gates on it, yeah, it would be quite nice. Because StreamYard can be quite thin, can't it?
Yeah, I'll give up. Yeah. There you go. And now, Jeff says his audio's good. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I've put the same noise filters on Fox's audio that I run on mine. I just wanted to test that theory, but yeah. Because I know what StreamYard doesn't have, but I can do something with it here to give it the same depth and texture, then I'm going to do so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I never thought about actually doing that with a StreamYard. Yeah.
Makes
sense.
PJ says, yeah, there's an annoying whiny sound, but that's just Fox. Absolutely, mate.
Do you know, one of these days...
I see what he did.
One of these days, I'll get my revenge.
That's all right. Approved. Yeah, I saw what he did.
You can shut up.
But no, I just thought, it's worth trying these things because...
Yeah. That makes sense. I'd never thought of that.
If it gives the audience a better feel. And like, do you remember the last show, wasn't it, where people said, oh, yeah, that's better. It's because I was applying the filter.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if I ask them this time what it's like, because the filter's been on from the start. So...
Yeah. Good. It's one of those things that's so obvious, I never thought about it.
Well, yeah,
but it's like, you can apply the same filters to any audio track that you put through your microphone.
Well, this is it, because your audio then goes out through here, the same as mine, with the same noise filters and everything, so they'll balance out. So,
yes.
There you go.
And I think for the most important thing I found, the filter I find most important, is not even the noise gate, it's the limiter.
Yeah, limiter's the one.
Because limiter just means that more or less your volume level is fairly stable. If I suddenly start talking loudly, it won't suddenly get dead loud. If I put quite a little boost up a bit. And I nearly wept for joy when I realised what a limiter was. I was like, oh, brilliant. I didn't really nearly wept for joy. It's not quite that impressive.
No, it's just a limiter, mate.
Yeah, but... You know, if you didn't know what one was.
Absolutely, it does its thing.
So many people just blep their microphone through whatever and don't bother with things like that. And it's like,
I like to experiment with stuff, because at the end of the day, if it helps the audience get a better stream, then it's worth doing.
That's the funny thing. I'm well up on, you know, EQ and all the different things you can do to audio tracks, but from when I used to do music and stuff, but not when it comes to vocals, because I never did vocals.
Yeah.
I've no experience in that, recording vocals.
Yeah. No, it does. It just makes a difference. And I thought, well, because I'm playing with slobs at the moment with a lot of things, because there's a hell of a lot of streams that I no longer use, and the templates are all still there, and they did an update on the software recently that seems to have bulked a hell of a lot.
Yes.
And I just I've done a clean install recently when we was having techie issues, just to resolve the is it Fox's end, is it my end debate. And I thought, well, if I reinstall all of the software, then, you know, it's done and dusted. But I just want to amalgamate a lot of the streams, because I used to have separate streams for StreamYard and then slobs and all of that, whereas I run it all through one stream that I could switch between it. So like tonight, where Fox dropped out of OBS, I can immediately fire up the StreamYard screen and carry on the stream without losing the feed. So I'm reducing down from 50 backup streams to just the ones I do now, 5. So yeah, it's just making it a lot easier, cleaner, and I'm reshooting all my intros and all my overlays of getting redone. Purely for future things that are going to be apparent, and just clean it all up and unify it all. So some of my intros are a bit dated now, because I filmed them 5 or 6 years ago, and it's like, let's just freshen things up. So, you know, and I do the Festa and Friends streams now that I've got intros that I used to run on the old brunch, and it's like, yeah, now's the time just to have single intro across all streams.
Yeah.
Simplify.
I sometimes look at my little logo popping up with the ping noise and think I could do something with that. And it's like, no, it's nice and simple. Just leave it.
Yeah, people know, they know the gold logo been carved and the lion roar, but I'm kind of, it's a bit dated now. So I'll probably keep one of them, probably not both, but we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. But
what are you thinking? Something's more simpler or just different?
I just want to simplify things, mate, because at the moment, if I change, say, for instance, the Sunday brunch is now the Festa and Friends show, I need to film a complete new intro just for that stream. And I'm like, each stream has its own unique intro, and I'm like, I can't be doing with all the editing of it. It's just like, let's just have one across all of them, and bang, that's it, simple. Done.
Yeah. I must admit, I've started ever so slightly to do things when I do a live stream to actually just not bother with an because normally I have like the pre-roll and the countdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just dumping that. I've started to dump that title card now. But
yeah, all my stuff is just going to be literally the countdown timer and then straight in because.
Yeah. For me, it's more just a case of they've already sat through the pre-roll and the countdown. Not to give them a title card as well. They know what they're watching.
Exactly. You know, the clue's in the thumbnail at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's nice to look like a. It's nice to look like a proper TV production, but you don't need to on a live stream.
Yeah, there comes a point where you just, you know, for us, you know what it's like with video editing. You know, you haven't got the bloody time to sit and keep reshooting intros for 7 or 8 different live streams. It's like, yeah, let's just have one generic, and then it's just a quick thumbnail at the beginning. Bang, that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Job's done. There you go. Happy times.
Oh, yeah, I don't need endless quotes and endless different bits of wallpaper with stuff on it. It's like, yeah, let's just amalgamate stuff and simplify it because it makes it easier for me at end of year doing the year change and all of that lot. And yes.
Like my dad used to say to me, kiss.
EC Idaho says, what am I watching again? Yeah.
I don't know. You're watching shenanigans and nonsense.
Exactly. You know, it's, yeah, EC says, Colin is organised. Yeah, I do this every year with me stuff. I'll go through my YouTube channel and I'm like, right, let's have a spring clean. Let's have a refresh. Let's have a look at branding. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at that. And I've kind of been messing around in the background with me video intros for me video build series. That's what started me off. And then I'm like, for me to keep doing different end credits and that, I'm like, oh, let's just have a generic one. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to do it for these, I might as well do a generic for lives and a generic for the build videos. So I'm just thinning everything down and yeah.
It's like me, I started off doing like different pre-rolls for different streams, but it got to the point where I'm just using that generic green swooshy background for the pre-roll and just changing the countdown clock word.
Exactly.
It's just a single image with the countdown clock, so there you go, done.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and just not doing title cards because I can't be bothered.
No.
I shouldn't have really done that, never mind. I'm thinking gluing him on was probably a bad idea.
Well, it's one of them because at the end of the day, it does take time to sit there and keep doing them all.
Yeah. How the hell am I going to do that? That moment when you glue a guy onto a base and realise that was a really bad idea. Because now I've got to get to the back inside of his coat details behind a dangly thing at his crotch. Oh well, never mind. Too late now. Can't go back.
Is it laughing at you?
Yes. Yeah, like my dad used to say, keep it simple, stupid. He was right. It's like one of those things, like whenever you do something that involves design of any kind, whether it's drawing or music or whatever you're doing, title cards and stuff like that, you always do something that you think's awesome at the time, and you come back a couple of years later and you're like, ooh, I didn't know then what I know now, and no.
Yeah, but I like to change me channel and me stuff up every couple of years because it keeps it fresh and keeps you fresh as the person making it, you know. And I'm not that far up my own jacksie where I think everything I do is perfect. It's not by a long shot. But I like to just try to freshen things up and just keep it real, so to speak. And yeah, so I've got 90% of the work done. There's just a few extra bits to do, and And then I shall sit and roll it all out on my next lot of video builds. So
I honestly don't think I actually know anyone that thinks they're brilliant.
no.
I think everybody I know is creative actually thinks they're terrible.
Yeah.
Which to me is a sign of a proper creative, because if you're a proper creative, you think you're terrible and you hate your own work.
Yeah, I never used to watch any of my content back, hence why so much of it on the early stuff has got so many bloopers and unedited stuff in it, because I never used to watch anything back because I hate watching my content.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you do content, you kind of have to do that. You're like, oh, go on then if I must.
Yeah, I know that.
I know that. 104, 105.
But, yeah, see, so that's going to sit something like that on that stand. Have you a bit of him?
Right.
Then obviously I'll do a bit of decorating on the stand. Nothing major.
Decorating.
When this is a flighty thing, I might do a cloud scene on the bottom where it's above the cloud.
Ooh.
Floating in midair.
We are floating through the air.
Possibly at a slightly jaunty angle rather than a straight angle.
Angle.
So we'll have a bit of that. That's what I do. I like that little kit. I've got a few of the dudes as well. I've got a little mini army of these dudes. So I might build them and have them sort of on their own little things nearby it. But yeah, I think it's quite a quirky little thing.
You know what you are, don't you?
I'm a quirky little thing.
You're a jaunty angle.
I haven't heard the dulcet tones of my Doris. It's going to mute for a minute just to make sure.
Yeah, go for it. Yes, Colin being organised. It's a radical thought. I'm trying to figure out how these bullets all go together. I'm not quite figuring it out, I don't think. I'm also doing off camera, which is brilliant. Let's glue this one on here first, because this needs to go. Where does this go? Goes in there. Okay. Brilliant. And then that goes on there like that. I think. How do these attach? I don't know. It doesn't tell me that well. Do both of these fit? Is she alive? Does it live?
There's that cake. Yeah. Yeah, no, she had nodded back off.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't feel the vibration of dulcet trotters.
It's all steady now. If she watches this back, you're so dead.
Oh, she knows I call her feet trotters.
What are you eating? What flavour? What flavour? Tell me.
I'll tell you when I haven't got a mouthful of food, dude.
It's more fun if you tell me with a mouthful of food, then it sounds eaty.
Oh dear, let's wolf it down. It was a cherry bar.
Ooh. Cherry bar, you say? Ooh.
Right. So it's going to sit like that. Considering that ain't glued in yet, I'm surprised that's actually stayed on there. That is amazing, considering that's a ball.
A nice snug fit.
That's snugger than a snug thing, folks.
A gentlemanly snug fit.
And I like the colours they've got. Oh, yeah, that fell off then. I like the colours they've got with the golds and the purples. All of that. Actually, some sexy colours there.
It's that kind of nice purpley colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would look quite good with the light blue, I thought. That's purpley colour.
Yeah, Screamer Pink, Known Oil and Pink Aura.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I might have a bit of that. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Known Oil.
Got Screamer Pink.
That sounds good. Screamer Pink. Do. What is actually attach?
What's that one?
The name of Satan's left butt cheek does he actually attach?
What's Fulgrim Pink?
Don't understand.
It's a purple.
Purple.
Put it this way, if I haven't got it, I will get it.
There, you see. True determination.
Pink Aura. Yeah, got Pink Aura. Happy days. Layer was you shabby bone even.
You shabby bone.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Bit about as our gold. Yeah, some of it. Bit of gold here, not ordinary gold.
Pray for a pound.
Right, a pound. That's Jemima's gold, or whatever it's called.
Jemima's gold? Jemima's gold. Wait, which one's that one?
Yeah.
Jemima's gold.
That's what I call it.
I'm trying to think what colour that is. Gehenna, does it Gehenna's gold?
I don't know. Jemima's is what I call it. Copper. Copper.
Here, copper.
That's our gold. That's still Legion. Drab.
Oh, take me alive, copper.
I really need to sort my paints out there. I don't know whether to go and do them in alphabetical order or keep them in colour, light to dark, like I've got them. Because if you're looking for a particular paint and you go Screamer Pink, you want to go A to Z. But I like to have them in colours so that I can go, I need a yellow. You know, it's one of them.
To me, colours makes more sense because you can have all the pinks graded in levels of pink and all the
Absolutely, which is what I've got at the moment with my paint rack. So, yeah, it's one of them. And then I have them gradiented within that rack, if that makes sense.
What you need to be able to do is actually buy the Citadel paint rack that you get in stores.
I've got to buy a Citadel paint rack. I've got to know where to put it.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm just for anybody, that's ideally what you need is that kind of rack so you can put them all in the right colours in the racks.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think they used to sell that once upon a time, many moons ago.
Yeah.
A long, long time ago.
Yeah. Why buy a Citadel paint rack when you can print your own? That's my motto. Mine fits in my workshop environment very well, thank you, very glad.
Yeah, but it's got all the bits of card in there that have all colour names on it.
Yeah, so I can print the decals that go on the front. That ain't hard.
I know.
Ain't hard at all, mate.
You could also used to be able to buy it with all the paints in as well, which is brilliant. It's a lifetime supply of paints.
Yeah.
Oh, I've run out of this particular colour. Let me grab another one.
Yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll sell my house so I can buy a Citadel paint rack.
Yeah. Need to win the lottery. I'd buy one if I won the lottery.
Oh, yeah, if I won the lottery, I'd just buy my own Games Workshop store and be done with it. Or buy Warhammer World and say, it's all mine. All of it. And for you to have my investment, you have to ban this man.
That would not be fair.
Yeah, the man with the Roy Orbison glasses is banned from ever going into any Warhammer shop or buying any Warhammer again. Oh, you wouldn't be able to live, would you?
Now, you see, the problem you'd have there is that it'd be asking them to not accept money. And that would make all their heads explode.
Yeah. It would make your head explode. The fault of you not being ever able to touch anything Warhammer.
Well, I could just get somebody else to order it for me. Yeah, you see. Think you're so smart and clever.
Oh, Edward, he says, what's that? He says, yeah, I'm thinking of not posting anymore, nobody, but the 12 people that always post a like all the time watch. I appreciate, but I don't want to force feed my trash models anymore to anyone. Models ain't trash, Edward. Put yourself down, mate. Don't be daft, mate. Don't be daft at all.
Yep.
I'm the same, mate. You know, I sit there and go, who's going to want to watch my crud? But people do, mate. You know, your audience, not everyone leaves comments. I certainly don't. I watch a hell of a lot of YouTube content, but I don't, you know, leave a, this is me, blah, 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 I've watched your video, because half the time they don't get read.
Yeah. Don't forget, you know, if you put a picture in one of the groups, you don't get a lot of feedback. It's not the end of the world, because most people don't give feedback. They just, oh, that was good, and then they move on.
Exactly. You know, normally if I go in and watch someone's live stream, I give them a thumbs up upon entering. That's what I do. But yeah, you know, I used to do a lot of comments and thumbs up on all the group posts, but there comes a time when you can't keep doing it, because every group you go into, 9 times out of 10, it's the same lot of us all posting the same thing, and there's only so many attaboys you can give out before people think you're being fake. So I just see stuff now, and yeah, and this is why when I do the gallery show, I do my commentary on air. It's done, it's dusted then, you know.
Yep. And the thing you have to remember as well is that, you know, the groups that we run, for example, they're not just like, if you're a really good modeler, you can post your stuff up. it's for people of all skill levels. And personally, I think your stuff is great.
Yes, I do. So don't stop posting it, or you'll be issued a dry slap. And I'm going to tell Marcy.
You'll be getting a sad sack slap for sad sacks.
Yeah, no.
So you can shut up basically and post your stuff.
Yeah.
And don't, like I said before, the sign of a true artist is a true artist thinks their work sucks.
Absolutely.
A schmuck thinks he's the best person in the world and will just get
exactly that. You know, I love doing the gallery show because it inspires me. I've seen you squig off. I love what you do. So
I love that squig off.
You know, and I've said that on the galleries many times when you have posted. You know, look at that, stunning. You know, so. But I don't always go in and write written comments because, again, you know, just don't have the time, mate.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the boom, it's like people aren't responding to every single post all the time. Even
we're admins on the boom and it's Fox's boom up, but I don't go in and type an attaboy on every post. I see them, you know. But
a lot of people will see stuff on their feed and then they'll go, "Oh, that's really good," but they'll just move on. So don't lose heart if you don't get lots of feedback. Doesn't mean anything.
Dare I say it, doing the amount of streaming me and him do, we like, they're not going to want to see our names on their YouTube feed, Facebook feed as well. Let someone else comment, because otherwise we're over polluting everyone with our presence, and I'm quite conscious of that and don't want that to happen. Fox doesn't matter, does it? Because if you could stream 16 hours a day, you would, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
You know, whereas
all the things and everything.
I sometimes think less is more. So, yeah. Absolutely, PJ, I agree there. It's your decision, obviously, Edward, but it'd be sad not to see your talent on the shows anymore, just saying. Absolutely. Consider yourself bollocked, Edward. I'm sorry, mate, but you are.
Totally bollocked. Absolute kicking up the arse bollock in there.
You know, because,
You've been issued with a shut up.
Finger of shame. Shame on you, Edward. You.
So much shame, and you even get a Mama Wolf finger of shame. And
I'm telling Marcy, Marcy. But no, stop it, Edward, mate, because, you know, we've known you a lot of years, mate. Come on.
As the Scots would say, you're in bulged head and gorgeous wished.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, mate. We all go through it. We all go through a little bit of self-confidence and that, but yeah. I mean, I had it this time last year, wasn't it? I messaged Fox. I was thinking of packing up streaming and just sort of focusing on the channel, you know, and you proper gave me a kick in, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and there was no motive, you know, it wasn't because of any particular thing. It was just I was feeling style.
You're having a particularly mopey moment, and I had to come and like kick you up the arse.
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, I just want to shake things up, and it's like anything. You feel that you're hitting a wall, and I'm like, I think it's time just to focus on going back to what I did, me video builds, things like that, you know. And he's like, don't be daft. You've got a core group of supporters that love what you do, and it happens to us all, mate.
My response was basically, "Oh, that's great. Now shut up."
Yeah, pretty much, you know. And he threatened to tell H and get me beaten, and all sorts of bribery ensued. But yeah,
stop your wished.
But no.
How's that for? Look at that for a shooter.
Oh, mate, that's a big one.
It's got a big load of grenade launcher thing. It's got a machine gun. I beg your pardon. If that was your arse, I'll be massively impressed. Or is that just your old man bones creaking because you stood up? I was like, what the hell is that? Nearly pooped myself. I'm like,
I am so sorry, folks.
Welcome to the House of Horrors.
I leant forward a little bit and yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Was that actually your ass?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I thought it was one of your boom arms. Oh God. No. I thought it was like a particularly sticky boom arm. Oh my God, that was a human sound. Oh. That was actually a body sound.
Oh dear, oh Lord.
Oh, I literally thought that was a squeaky boom arm like the ones Tony's got.
Moving on.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, rewipe on aisle 5.
Somebody needs to extricate that out from the stream and post that in as many places as possible. Oh, God, I didn't realise
Edward, you were saying...
I've forgotten what I was talking about now, but it doesn't actually matter
anymore.
You
was talking about you giving me a rollicking for wanting to stop streaming and yeah.
In fact, I was showing off my big shooter, but...
was that? Really right, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to that.
It doesn't really matter anymore after that. Nothing matters anymore after that.
PJ says, modelling fatigue is a problem that hits us all. That's why I think it's important to take breaks from the hobby now and then come back rejuvenated. Yes.
Yep.
He says, I'm getting older and things get harder. He says, I turned 61 on the 17th, so maybe just a feeble wibble. Hey, mate, we all have it, Edward. You know, as you know, it's common knowledge, I battle progressive remitting relapsing MS. Every time I have a relapse, I lose a function, basically. And I'm against a time window where there's going to be a time I can't do the hobby I love anymore. I could curl up in a ball and give it a poor me, but I choose not to. It's not that I'm braver than anyone else. It's just I'm a stubborn old fucker. Excuse my language, but I am. And I've been fighting this since the age of 23. So I was told I'd be in a wheelchair at 35. I'm still not in one permanently.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And you improvise, you adapt, and you overcome, Edward. And having a good wibble, mate, don't hurt anyone. But just adapt. I mean, Fox will tell you this because me and him have spent many hours off air where I've gone through in detail what I'm going up against, and we've worked out ways I can adapt how I do things to keep me going in this hobby and diversify me content, and that's what we do. And I would offer that to you, Edward. You know, just look at how you're doing things and think, okay, good, better, best. On a good day, I'm going to do that. On a bad day, I might be able to paint that. And on a really bad day, I can do a bit of editing or some photos or whatever. And that's why I'm binge building, because I'm able to binge build at the moment. I'm a bit too shaky to be doing detail paint. So I'm just binge building stuff, boxing it all up ready, because if I get to the point where I can't glue 2 bits of plastic together, at least I can sit and paint it.
Yep. And, you know, that's part of Festa's planning is at some point when he can't build anymore, he'll have a head load of stuff to paint.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to paint.
And I'll be able to do the Xbox gaming and things like that. So, you know.
That's where the Xbox comes in. One day when he can't paint anymore, you can still probably use a controller.
You're future-proofing. And that's all I do. And if that advice or support can help you in any way, that's what we're all here for, Edward, mate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're never too old, mate. You're still a young fella, mate. 61 isn't old, mate.
No.
You know, but you'll be fine, mate. And again, come and sit on the step with me and Fox and PJ and that, and have a good wibble, mate.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Get your wibble out. Oh, no, wait. That doesn't sound good, does it?
Don't give up, mate. You know, yes, you might have to adapt how you do things. Yes, everything gets harder. I mean, I spent, well, bloody hell, 6 hours one day on that motorbike chain and managed to do 3 links, mate, and I was losing the will to live.
Yep.
Because my Edward spanner hands just didn't want to work properly. But I go, okay, I'm going to leave that for today. I can sit and brush paint this instead, and that's what I did. Went back to it the following day, did 10, no problem. So...
And that's the thing, is if you need to step away from the hobby for a bit, that's, you know, nothing wrong with that. You can always come back to it, do something else, but that doesn't mean you have to step away from the community.
No, don't give up, mate.
You know, yeah, even if you don't want to post stuff and not doing any builds or anything, you should still hang out in the community and just hang out with your mates here, because that's what we're all here for.
Come in and mock us 2 idiots, mate. That's enough to keep everyone going, that is, mate.
Yeah.
But I would certainly miss seeing you, and I would certainly miss seeing your work, mate.
We need our Squishy King.
Yeah, but totally get how you can feel that way. You are a member, by the way. I can see that you're spannered there, mate. So,
spannered.
You know where the Zoom is, mate. Come in and say hello to everyone. Mate, if you want to have a wibble, have a good wibble. There's enough blokes and women in there that will sit and listen and try and support you, mate. That's what it is. It's a support network.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't forget, if you've not taken advantage of that already, do so. Come and hang out. Even if you only hang out in the Facebook chat side of it, you've got that as well. You can have
Absolutely. There's several of them that will come in and don't come in on camera. They'll just come in on the chat because, you know, that's their preference. It's not a problem, mate.
You've got access to both. So, you know, if you don't particularly feel chatty one day, you can just text chat.
We've had people on the cusp of walking away from the hobby and, you know, an evening with us lot berating them and helping them through it, and they're fine again.
Yep.
You know, and no one's going to judge you, Edward. No one's going to sit there and go, God, he don't stop going on. No one does that, mate. We've all been there. I've been there.
We do like a good berate, let's be honest.
Yeah. You know, I've busted easier rolls many a night. PJ, he's been there. You know, he knows if I'm on a bad one, you know, and he's like, you're not yourself, mate. Come on. And they snap you out of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to figure out my issues. Also, I'm going to ask for an MS test myself. I have a lot of symptoms. Yes, I got mine. I mean, I went from the age of 23 to the age of 41. And I honestly thought I was going mad, because I knew my body was changing. I knew something wasn't right, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And I had a head injury at the workshop, and they had to do a deep brain scan because I had a torque wrench fire off, hit the wall, and it smashed me in the left side of my face, and it broke me cheekbone, me nose, and all of that lot. But because it was a shock to the cranium and the brain, I had to have a deep brain scan. And that's when they found the calcium deposits in the brain that are a symptom of MS. So if it wasn't for that fluke accident, I don't think I'd have got a diagnosis when I did.
No, it would have been much later, wouldn't it, when it was much more...
Yeah, it's one of those, Edward. If we can, you know, just through our banter and general stubbornness, help you through a difficult time, that's what we're all here for. You're a family member. You're a brother. And, you know, there's a community there for you. Use it at your leisure, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you.
Yep.
PJ says, I'm at week 2 of 3 of a self-inflicted breakaway from building learning dream with a web design instead. Exactly. We all have to have a breather every now and then. I do it.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, I've got to recharge. I just need step away for a weekend. Recharge.
Yep.
That's it.
That's what my Xbox is for.
You know, and that's why I got the Xbox, because I was chatting to Fox and then got chatting to my MS nurse about cognitive exercises for Edward Spanner hands, because my hands are beginning to become infected. I don't worry about my legs, they're already damaged, but my hands are what I use to create.
Yeah.
And she said about guitar, she said, do you game at all? And I went, pardon? She said, do you game? And I said, no. She said, the controller would be good hand-eye coordination. The strategy of the games would get the brain working. She said it could all be help you with hand-eye coordination. She said I would recommend you try it. So that's when I went out, got the Xbox, because I'm like, well, okay, I'll follow that advice.
Plus, I nagged him as well.
Yeah. So
it was the incessant nagging from me, probably.
Yeah, and you know, that for me is a future little thing there. Claptrap sat there is a future little thing that I can play with on the channel and do my thing with. And yeah, so, and you know me, I can't keep anything as it was built. I have to modify. So
exactly.
Yeah, but Edward, mate, as a friend, you know, there's enough in the chat that'll all say the same. We are here, mate. Bless him.
Right. I'm not going to glue that arm on.
Why not?
Because I can't paint all that gubbins.
Oh, that is a big gun. Yeah, you won't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't put this on, because I've got a lot of metal plates, rivets, hatches, grills, and I want to be able to get in and detail all of that.
The thing is, this you can just slot in there and glue perfectly. And even when it's painted, a little touch of extra thin in there, bang, done. And it won't make a mess.
Yeah, exactly.
So I quite happily glue that on. No problem.
Yeah.
Look at that. I saw that.
Nice one.
I saw that.
Oh, mate, comment of the night.
I'm not even listening.
PJ's putting, he says, look at Fox. He walked away from modelling 6 months ago, hasn't built anything. Hang on. Yeah.
I know what he said.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, dear.
I know what he said. I don't pay to come here and get something.
I'll have to do you the rest of the set of the grot tanks now, PJ, for that one, mate. To go with the one you've already got.
Yeah.
Bless
Don't
you.
come here to be insulted like this.
Oh, is this a walking away music, mate? It is, isn't it?
No.
Spider Pig.
I'm going to write a stern letter to the Daily Mail.
Yeah, dear points of view, even. Barry took points of view.
Yep.
Damn.
Didn't Terry Wogan do it as well for a while?
I don't know.
I know Barry took was the leg end.
I don't know whether Wogan did it or not. I know What's Her Chops did, didn't she? The weakest link woman.
Oh, did she? Oh, I think I'd stopped watching Points of View. It was in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she was quite vocal, wasn't she? Quite an aggressive.
Oh, here's a sign that you grew up in the 80s. Do you remember what the papers say?
Yes.
With the little sort of, you could tell it was written, it was like produced by somebody who was a Labourite because of the little sort of,
Yeah. What the papers say, yeah. Back in the days of Weekend World.
Yeah, and they used to have like the voiceover artist doing all the silly voices for all the articles in the different papers. The son was always like, oh, I know, man, yeah, right.
Yeah, that, my friends, is what that's going to look like once that's assembled. I think that's rather cute.
Floaty goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
Yeah, I'm going to be packing up shortly, mate. I was just letting you catch up and do your thing, mate, because yeah. I'm all right. I've stood up. I've done my bit and all of that lot. I'm just
I've got to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm letting that do its thing. So are we wrapping up, are we, mate?
If you want to.
Yeah, all right
I've got
then,
a few
mate.
little bits left today, but we can. I'm conscious of you being at the bench all day.
Yeah, PJ says, only kidding, mate. Loves you, really. Yeah, because I was in the hangout for a while before, so I've been at the bench. Called Bennett from about 8 p.m. So yeah,
you need to shut up then, don't you?
Yeah, so we'll wrap it up there, folks. Massive love, thanks, and support again to all of you that come in and keep us company. We couldn't do any of these streams without you folks. You know, it's you that's really important. You and your comments in the chat keep these shows ticking over and keeps us going. And feel free to give Edward a slap, folks. Edward, again, mate.
An encouraging slap.
Yeah, have a look on the links for the Zoom, mate. Come and say hello. Yeah. And just chillax, mate.
Positive mental attitude, encouraging slap.
Absolutely, mate. So on that note, we're back 6 p.m, innit?
Yeah, we'll do it for 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'll probably set it up tomorrow lunchtime. So it won't be on there yet, but it'll go on there.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. My next one then on my channel is Sunday, 2 p.m, Festa and Friends. Gets in. Mm-hmm. And then Monday night at 9 p.m, the normal E-Models time on my channel will be the Monday Madness. And then next week, that'll be on Fox's channel, which is, what is it? Monday Night Nonsense, you call yours, don't you?
Monday Night Nonsense. I like the word nonsense.
Yeah, and then obviously Wednesday E-Models, 9 p.m, and Friday Frolic is normal midnight. So
yeah. I might try and scream? No, that's not the word. Squeeze in some gaming tomorrow at some point, either before or after Warhammer Sunday, but I might not. I'll be back on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. Absolutely, folks. Absolutely. So massive thanks to you all. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and enjoy your sleep if you're in the UK, if you're going to bed. Absolutely. And we'll see you on the next ones, folks. Take care, everyone. Bye. Adios, amoebas.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.